Commentator. I'm a senior. I run cross country, and the team is doing well. I hope we can continue that to place in cities.
Hi, my name is Ellery Hornis. I'm a sophomore on the cross country team, and our team has been improving a lot, and we hope to win the city meet.
Hi, I'm Summer Darrow. I'm a senior this year on the girls varsity golf team. So far, our season has been going really well. We are currently #1 in our conference, and we've placed top 5 in most of our invitationals this year. We are hoping to win conference championships and continue on as far as we can.
Hello, I'm Victor Powell. I play 2 singles on the high school tennis team, and right now our season's going really well. We won our first conference match against Reese Puffer 6-2, and I'm hoping that we're able to win our cities tournament as well as our conference.
My name is Ethan Lopez. I'm a senior captain here at Mona Shores High School. Season started off a little rough. We're 2-6-1 right now in the moment. We have a few more games left. I feel like we can pull through. I've been proud of the boys. We've been working hard, and we'll see what we can accomplish in the next few games.
My name is Kyan Hellman, and I'm a senior on the girls varsity volleyball team. This year we are off to a really good start, and we're 17-3 so far. And our goals for this year is to win cities, win conference, and also win districts.
My name is Luke Emmons. I'm a senior captain for the football team, and we are 2-1 right now. We just beat Reese Puffer in our Sailor Salute game. And one thing I'm hoping for the season is that we just continue to get better each week and continually improve.
Hi, my name is Eva Stow. I'm a senior on the girls swim team. Our season started out a little rough, but we're hoping to improve and do better in our dual meets.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sailor Nation Sports, coming to you live from Sailor Stadium on a beautiful campus of Mona Shores High School. Hey, Joe, we got a special guest tonight,
We do,
buddy.
and who did you bring in with us?
Well, I brought this stranger that has been more than a family member to us. He's helped Sailor Nation Sports out in many, many ways. It's an honor to bring in the one and only Mark Offerman. Welcome, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me back.
Mark, in this game, it's more than just you helping us up from Trophy House and that kind of stuff, but your previous life, I guess is what you say. You've had a lot of opportunity to cover these kinds of matchups over the year.
Yeah, this is the one that's special kind of in town, and just as a journalist and a media person to cover this and have a chance to be around this game, it is special.
Yeah. So you've had a lot of matchups like this up until about 2014. It was a pretty one-sided kind of a situation, was it not?
Right.
For you?
Yeah. Muskegon, definitely had the advantage in that, and then I think it was Tyree when they went over to Hackley and won for the first time, and then they've won I think it's 3 times in the last. In that 10-year span, so yes.
This Muskegon team has always been formidable, no matter what, all the time. How do they continue to reload like they do? What have you seen over the years that allows them to do that?
Obviously, they have talent, and they're geared to play football, and they have stability in their coaching staff over the years, whether it's been Tony and now Shane I think this is Shane's, I want to say 13th, 14th year, something like that, and he still has the same kind of solid core of assistants that have been with them. They're running the same system, and they're just, year after year, they're
reloading.
They're reloading, and the bar is high, and they know that. They
well,
play
not
competition.
only that, though, but Matt and Tony under the Tony and Nice.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day, it was everybody was under the Roger Severini tree from Catholic. So now these guys, because you got Zeitman, and you got and these two guys here all under the umbrella of Tony and Nice.
Yep, that's very true.
So when you work at Trophy House now, you get the opportunity because Muskegon and Mona Shores, there's a lot of stuff. People come in, they want stuff.
Yep.
What's the feel of the week leading up to this, the couple of weeks leading up to this with the customers that you have coming in?
Yeah, it's the fans, I think, that come in, and they're already decked out in their Shores gear or their Muskegon gear, and they're trying to, see what's new in the store and just talking with customers, if you just start a conversation, hey, you going to the game Friday, or and then that just leads into a conversation with people, and everybody's excited on both sides to talk about the game, and just it's a different feel and it's a different crowd when it is this game this week.
Hey, Mark, how long were you in journalism in the press?
Oh, geez. Started in '84. I was in Sheboygan was my first job. I went to Mount Pleasant. I was there for 8 years, covered CMU, came to Muskegon in '93, and then I worked for 25 years between Chronicle and MLive and all of that.
So I was still at Muskegon when you came to Muskegon then, because Tom did some. I had met you back in the day.
Right.
And so it's... it's a long time.
Right.
So what got you out of journalism and working at the Trophy House? Because you didn't, number one, you guys do a phenomenal job.
Right. Part of it, it was kind of time. It was kind of time for me, and then also with my family. I had 2 boys that were coming up through the Shore system, and just the amount of time away I spent with my job, I was able to do some other things, watch them go through the system. I have a freshman in college now and a senior in high school, and he plays tennis, and we had baseball and tennis and obviously basketball and soccer over the years. So just being around them and the time away from the job, kind of led to that. And then right away I had the other job, and it was a good opportunity. So yeah, it's worked out well.
Well, the gig at Trophy House really allows you to be a dad for all the right reasons of being a dad.
Right.
Good for you.
And then I still see sport.
And I still see, I saw Shane this week and talked to him, and various coaches that I've known over the years, and people and athletes and whatnot. So it's kind of cool that I continue that, and for that reason it's been good, and that was part of probably why it was maybe an easier transition. I still miss it at times, but it's been a good move.
Let's talk a little bit about the athletes that you've seen over the 25 years of journalism and then working in Trophy House, the Trophy House brands.
Right.
Who you get to see these guys coming back, these girls coming back, these awesome sports people that have made it, and done stuff, at the next level and the next level after that, and then they come back and they're supporting their alma mater. How cool is that from covering them as a journalist?
Yeah,
now getting
that's really cool. That's really cool. As you see them, you kind of, I see Tyree every once in a while, and I was here over the summer, and I think there was a baseball game going on, and here's Tyree who's trying out for an NFL, team, and he's over on the practice field still catching passes, and kind of give him the wave, and it's kind of neat to see that. There's countless other people that I still see. A guy like Andy Ruthkowski, who played on a state championship golf team. I see him at the gym working out, and I see his mom all the time, and just people like that. You kind of become friends with over the years, and it's just nice to have people like that. I mean, there's so many, you could just kind of go on and on. So, and even the guys that I used to work with, Tom Kendris here tonight on radio, and we chat. I saw him 2 days ago, and I see him tonight, and just a guy like that that's kind of in the same situation, and we still stay friends, and it's like the old guard is right back together when we all see each other.
You look at where Shores is now as a program, and not to say that before 2014, that sort of thing, that we weren't relevant. But now when you have such a great rivalry between the Big Reds and the Sailors, it's much more enjoyable, wouldn't you say, from whatever position, whether you're a sports writer, whether you're working as, in Trophy House Brands, you're sitting in here with us. It's got to feel better to have a relevant game every time when this rivalry comes up.
And people wonder who's gonna win. Who's your pick this week?
Yeah,
It's like you get people on both sides to say something different. So instead of just where it's a game that's kind of everybody may know the outcome or feel like they have a good sense. You come into tonight and you go, well, what if this happens and this happens, and kind of back and forth, which is kind of makes it fun.
Back in the day, before Shores became relevant, Shores was on everybody's list for homecoming because you want to win your homecoming game. Right. You were cupcakes. You were bottom dwellers.
Yep.
Now sometimes it's tough for Mona Shores to find a game right now, especially the first two games because they're not conference.
Yep.
And nobody wants to start the season with a loss.
Well, and it speaks to, again, you go to that Tony Anise coaching tree. You've got the relevance of both of these. Not that Muskegon ever needed any more relevant. They've been relevant for years and years.
Right.
But now you have that Tony Anise tree coming over here in Mona Shores showing its strength and everything else. It speaks volumes to not only these two programs, but West Michigan football.
Right.
We're a little bit north of here. We've got the Battle of the Bell, which is going on Whitehall and Montague tonight. And you talk about rivalries. That's another storyline in West Michigan where you have teams that have gone to the playoffs numerous times over the years. It just speaks volumes to what happens over here on the west side of the state.
Yeah, it's an amazing, rich football tradition. I mean, you already mentioned Roger Cheverini. You think of Mike Holmes and Catholic, Steve Zerr won all the titles they've won. Oak Ridge, year after year in the playoffs. Montague, Ravenna with Dusty,
Orchard View when they went
John
through,
Shillito, just all the programs in. I think it's kind of a blue-collar town a little bit, and football is kind of always kind of fit the vibe of the town, hard-working, and then you put that hard work with good coaching, and then I think the standard has been set, and they just kind of, it feeds off each other, and year after year, it's just kind of what people do, what people think of it when they go through, are watching football in the area.
Yeah. Well, we can't get out of this interview with you, Mark, without saying thanks for Trophy House Brands for being such a great supporter for us. And
I know that we made the trophy, I think, for the game.
For the Reese Buffer game last year.
And then the one with Manitowoc also.
Oh, my God, did they love that one over there. Oh, my God, just a lot of positives.
And we do just a lot of things, obviously, with the school and various teams, and so it's good. And, we're thankful for the support, and
and it's been a pleasure working with Trophy House Brands on everything from the swag. We have a lot of different supporters, and you guys are an incredibly important one, just like the others as well. So anything else to take us out of here?
I just want to thank you for your time. Let sit, hang around, and enjoy the game tonight.
Sounds great. I will do. I'm not going anywhere.
Yep. So Sailor Nation Sports Network, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to have our regular pregame opening. Steve DeLong will be in here. We're going to be talking about some pigskin pick'em. Nick needs a little bit of help, and we're going to talk about this game coming up. So stay tuned. We'll be back in just a little bit.
The Associated Press came out with its first statewide football rankings for the 2023 high school season. North Muskegon claimed the number 2 spot in Division 7. Manistee is ranked number 3 in Division 6. Whitehall, just up the road, secured the number 4 spot in Division 4. And our own Mona Shore Sailors reached the number 5 spot in the state of Michigan in Division 2. But can anybody guess the team that's not ranked this week from our area? That's right. Where are those Big Reds? They are not to be found anywhere. The Big Reds of Muskegon come in tonight's game as the 7th winningest high school football program in the country. They have amassed 889 wins with only 291 losses and a mere 43 ties. The Sailors enter season 61 with an overall record of 277 wins, 291 losses, and 5 tries. After starting out the season 0-2 for the first time in 24 years, the Big Reds themselves find that they are unranked, and that has little bearing, however, on tonight's concept. The fact of the matter is that it may add just a little bit more to the fire of tonight's game. Muskegon has dominated Shores in football, holding a competitive 32-8 edge in the all-time series. The Sailors have been more competitive, however, in recent years, with the Big Reds holding a 7-3 lead in the past 10 games. So for tonight's game, I believe it will come down to several key factors. Number 1, will Coach Check's defense be able to stop the one-dimensional, high-octane run offense and the legs of Makai Guy? Will Coach Koziak's dual-threat quarterback, Jonathan Pittman, be able to deliver a victory over the Big Reds for the first time since 2020? So the band is getting ready to take the field. The fans are still coming into Sailor Stadium, and we are just minutes from kickoff. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sailor Nation Sports. Nick Davros, along with Joe Kanukin, Steve DeLong, Kim and Cotis, the best in the business, up in the crow's nest. And Joe, where's our young man? Where's King Cohen?
Well, King Cohen is getting set up down on the north end zone right now. His feed isn't live yet, so once he's
all right,
down
we'll
there
get
ready
back
to
to
go.
him. And the stands are filling up. And gentlemen, we have a great night for football.
We do. And welcome, gentlemen. It's always a pleasure, and it's always a pleasure to host this one at home, where we have the comfort and joy of being in our own fans. Never a dull moment, even when we go to Hackley Stadium and we're allowed to be there and broadcast. But it's always nice to be home, and it's going to be a full one.
Yep. Hey, I got to we got to mention a new member of the family here. We got Matt Robertson. Who's going to be spotting with us, is doing a great job. So, Matt, please forgive me. Glad to have you with us.
And we also have Caden, who's working. He's another student.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Down there on the field. So he's going to be taking some of the camera duty stuff. And pretty soon, as homecoming, I think you're going to have Cohen here running the board, helping us run the board.
Look at you. So what are you going to be doing then, Joe?
I'm probably going to be, schmoozing.
Schmoozing around, that's right.
Shaking hands, kissing babies.
He already told us he's going on a cruise, Nick.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, and this weekend he's going kayaking somewhere with someone. Or you're doing something on water.
Kayaking,
kayaking, Yeah. Boy, Joe has changed ever since. We'll get to that later on. So, Stevie, what do you got for us for this game, buddy? Because I know you got a lot. This is a huge game coming on, so we're going to give you a little bit more time.
This is a huge game. Thanks, Nick. This is a huge game. No doubt about it. In your opening, you mentioned that the Big Reds are unranked, and I'm just going to open the telecast with saying that they're well worthy of being ranked. Their 2 losses against Rockford and Warren de La Salle, recognized as 2 of the best teams in the state of Michigan. And just watching film on Muskegon this week, they are good. And I think, and maybe it's just going to take them a couple games to get going, and hopefully it takes them one more after this one so that we can hopefully get a victory tonight. But they come in 1-2 overall, 1-0 in the conference. This is Shane Fairfield's 14th season as head coach at Muskegon. He holds a 143-29 overall record.
14 playoff appearances, and he's overall 10-3 against Mona Shores. This is the 128th season of Big Red football. That is a lot. Muskegon comes in returning 9 starters on offense and defense. Their offense is going to look both offenses will look similar. They're cut from the same cloth, so to speak. Last week, Mona Shores defeated Reese Puffer 28-10, and Muskegon defeated Holland 76-0, which, by the way, was the most points scored by Muskegon since 1937. But here's the kicker, Nick. It ranks only as tied for the 19th in most points scored in program history. So 19 times they've scored more than 76 points in their 128-year career.
And I happen to know what the record is, I think, for most points. 210 against Hastings back when everything was just...
Well, just do it, yeah.
Yeah, just
wow.
do it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was amazing. And one more point, though. I was coaching at Muskegon on the 100th anniversary team at Muskegon.
Gotcha.
We had jerseys and the whole night, so it was special. Keep going, buddy. I don't mean to cut
No, you're good. You're good. This is the 43rd meeting between the two teams. Muskegon holds an overall edge of 34-8. As I said, Fairfield is 9-3 versus Mona Shores. Muskegon's won 7 of the last 8 games. And the Big Reds' margin of victory during that time has been 22 points. The only game decided by 10 points or less in the last 8 games was Mona Shore's win that you mentioned in 2020, a 21-14
Brady
victory.
Rose's senior year.
Yep. So, and Muskegon's won the last 5 games at Sailor Stadium. Actually, Muskegon has if I go and find my notes here, which I'm not finding very quickly, but Muskegon has a better record in Sailor Stadium against Mona Shores than they do against at the Big Reds house, so at Hackley Field. So, that's good for now, but it's going to be interesting because 2 schools that, don't live very far from one another, probably don't like each other a whole lot, run similar offenses, run similar defenses. The kids know each other. But once again, as we kind of said last week against Reese Puffer, this is the kind of high school, this is why you play high school sports, like to have an environment like this, and it's going to be a good one.
Well, not only that, but, you look in the ACC and Tobacco Road, right, where all the schools are real close. You got Reese Puffer just up the road, really close. You got Muskegon, really close here. So the rivalries, and the kids all know each other, and that's a really good point, Steve. So, Steve, we got about 16 minutes left. Let's go over some keys, because I've got some keys as well that I may piggyback on some, but I think we need to break this down.
All right.
I'm just going to share one thing. We have really had trouble with shifty quarterbacks. You go back to anyone, you go to Martinez for the 2 years, you go to this. What do you got for me of some of your keys to the game here, Steve?
Sure.
That are, if we don't do this, we're not going to win.
Yep, no, as I usually do, here are my 3 keys. I give 3 keys for Mona Shores, 3 keys for the visiting team, in this case Muskegon. So, first of all, my first key for Mona Shores is they have to somehow limit big plays. Talking to Coach Koziak and a number of coaches on the field, that was the big point of emphasis. We have to make the first tackle. And limit the plays of their big 3, Guy, Price, and Piggy. Yep. And not that they're only a 3-person team, but they certainly are the 3 that kind of make this baby work. And so can they limit that? Number 2, I do think they have to, not that Guy can't throw, but I think you want to take away a dimension of his. So if they can get him to throw, the problem is when he drops back to pass, a lot of times he'll take off scrambling, and he's even more dangerous then. But so can they make him more one-dimensional? And lastly, can the defensive line control the line of scrimmage for Mona Shores? For Muskegon, they have to choose one or the other. Make Mona Shores one-dimensional as well. Either take away the run and make them throw, or take away the throw. But I think they're going to take away the run and try to put the ball in Pittman's hands and see if he can beat him that way. Same as with Mona Shores, they need to get those big 3 going: Piggy, Guy, and Price. And lastly, limit turnovers. In a lot of the games that Muskegon struggles in, they have a number of turnovers. And so if they can limit the turnovers, that'll be great. But Nick, when you talk about what I think the ultimate goal is, if I were to say what is the one key to the game for both teams, it's simply going to be ultimately whoever controls the line of scrimmage is going to win the game. And it's going to come down to old school football. Who's going to win at the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, it's going to come down to smash mouth football, and it's going to be the bigs, on both sides of the ball. And and the thing, Steve, that and Joe, I don't mean to exclude you.
No, you're good.
Muskegon returns 9 starters on offense, 9 starters on defense. Now that's experience. You can't coach or teach experience. It's either you played or you haven't played. They got 9 guys coming back on both sides of the ball, Steve, and that's huge.
Absolutely.
So they're senior heavy. They're really senior heavy this year, where Mona Shores has a nice mixture of sophomores, 1 sophomore, 5 or 6 juniors, and 5 or 6 seniors on either side of the ball. I think one of the big keys is going to be Pittman. Pittman just has to be able to wing the ball because historically the secondary in Muskegon has made, even when I played there, when I coached there for 20 years, it's still bad. You can still pick them apart. Why?
I don't know if it's bad.
Well, okay. It could be better.
I mean, if you want to nitpick and say, is that one of their weaknesses? Potentially. If you look at the first couple games, I mean, and that's not just us being Mona Shores people. You look at the De La Salle game and the Rockford game. I mean, that was. Now,
well, he picked us apart here too. Rockford did. The kid for a couple touchdowns. So it's tough to be a defensive back in this day and age. I think it's really tough because of the spread offense, and you got to be smart to play defensive back, corners especially.
Yeah, it's a very skilled position.
Oh yeah,
and especially when you're going against skilled wide receivers.
Yeah, right.
And if you get action typically beats reaction most of the time. You have to feel a play developing before you even have that action occur. You've got to be on top of it in order to be good at that position. Steve, let's talk about some pigskin pickems. How about that?
Well, Joe, let's do that. Can you bring those up, Joe?
Let's do that.
So this is the Wasserman Pigskin Pickems, sponsored by Wasserman, Troy and Angie Wasserman, family-owned, longest family-owned business in Muskegon. So, well, you want to
let's take a look at that record.
The overall record. So I think if I recall right, Joe, Nick started off on. I mean, he was in first place, right? I mean, he was certainly letting us know about it. Like, hey, this is what it is. And well, lo and behold, 3 games into the season, it looks like the cream may have risen to the top a little bit. Joe and I are 6-3. Nick, you're 4-5. But here's our picks for this week. A couple interesting games. So we have Caledonia and Rockford. I chose Rockford. The reason I chose Rockford is because Cummings hasn't lost a regular season game since he was hired. I'm just going to go with the statistics being a statistics guy. But do I think Caledonia is fully capable of winning and probably will? They could for sure. It's an interesting game. Why'd you pick Rockford?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, because I think it's a sure thing. Having seen Rockford play, and Caledonia beat Rockford in the semifinals to get to Ford Field, so I think it's a revenge game for Rockford.
Joe, Caledonia?
So I look at what Rockford has faced as far as defenses so far. And I can tell you that our defense was not the best defense that they're going to see. Muskegon's defense was not the best defense that they're going to see. I think that this Caledonia team that Rockford is going to be playing against at home tonight is going to be the best defense that they've seen so far. It's going to be the best challenge that they've had so far. But Caledonia comes in. They had a young man that graduated last year that was just killed earlier in the week. A car accident, and I read an article on it, and I have a feeling that this team is going to come in there and they're going to be playing not only for the pride of beating Rockford, but they're going to be doing it in the memory of that athlete that has been lost too early. So I'm going with Caledonia, and it's probably going to be the only loss that Rockford has all season, all the way to Fort
Wow,
Field.
we are quite sure on this pick, aren't we?
I feel very good on this.
Well, you're basing it on an emotional type thing.
Well, how can you not be romantic about sports? I mean, isn't that what it's all built
about?
about?
Let's just remember, Nick, he is 6-3.
That's right.
So I think for both of these first 2 games are kind of coin flip kind of games.
Yeah.
I chose Hamilton. Honestly, I haven't seen film. I've seen highlights on TV. Hamilton just seems to be pretty impressive. I could have went either way on this, but I just went with Hamilton.
I went with Allendale because we played Allendale's JV last year, and they played us pretty tough. And they're good this year again.
I think they're both good. I think Allendale has the advantage, the home field advantage. They're pretty even. If you look at the rankings, I think they only have like 7 places separating them. But I have to give the home field advantage to Allendale on this one.
And the big one up north.
Battle of the Bell.
Yeah. Battle of the Bell, Whitehall and Montague. Looks like we all went with Whitehall, and Whitehall's just good this year.
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that.
Montague's still rebuilding from a couple of years ago.
Yeah. And Whitehall goes to the same Veer camp that Tony and Nieces run. And several years ago, we played Whitehall JV, and they were great. They're seniors this year. They were a very talented group of athletes. So, yeah.
All right, so
now, wait a minute, Joe. Can we go back a minute here? I just got to figure something. So, Steve and I win. Joe loses. So Joe goes to 4. I move up. So Joe goes to 6 and 4. I go to 5 and 5 here. Steve.
Here we are, live on the air. Nick Davros doing
going to 5
math.
and 5.
This is math by Nick Davros.
Okay.
Wow.
So I'm still in last place if everything goes good.
Yeah, thanks for that update. We knew that.
Yeah.
I was just trying to figure it out, trying to make myself feel better, but I still can't get first place. Okay. Well, I spited you guys lead because I felt bad. It's tough being right all the time, Joe.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. I know. And what a wonderful night for football. It's cooling off. It's going to be a great temperature. I think we have forecasted temperatures of the upper to mid-60s.
Yeah.
It's a Friday night. It's a great rivalry here at Sailor Stadium, and we are absolutely joyed to be able to bring this game live to anybody that's watching. I know that we'll have a lot of Big Reds fans. Welcome to Sailor Nation Sports Network broadcast. And to our faithful and any new Sailor Nation fans that we have out there, we also thank you. So, Nick, do you want to get any of your family member shout-outs out of the way right now?
I got one. So last night at our JV game, it was before the start of the JV game, and I'm on the Muskegon line chatting with some of the Muskegon coaches. And this lady comes up to me, and her granddaughter, Jamie Millis's daughter, comes up to me, and she calls me Dad. Hey, Dad, I got to introduce you to somebody. Charlene Brancheneau is the mother-in-law of Jamie Millis. She absolutely loves watching us, and I was going to give her a little bit of love, a little shout. I had the honor of escorting her in my arms all the way across Hackley Stadium. She's suffering from lung cancer, but she's fighting it, and she's doing well. On behalf of Sailor Nation Sports, we want to wish Granny nothing but the very best.
Absolutely.
As you continue your battle to fight cancer. May you have many, many more years. We love you, dear.
And, I want to share a story as we Kimmon's got a great shot of the band. We'll be featuring the band during halftime in a little bit. Jason Boyden, the director of the band, was up here earlier kind of coordinating what they're doing for their show. And he took me back to the Manitowoc game. And they had done a recording on the field and shared it to Sailor Nation Sports Network. And, we even though we can't be there, we're still here rooting for you kind of a thing. I saw that, and I gave a shout-out to Jason when we were doing the broadcast. And he had band members that were downstairs watching the game, and they just were elated that we gave them a shout-out during their broadcast.
Oh, how cool is that? Absolutely.
I love it when a story like that comes full circle, because that's really what we're doing this for, is to be able to provide this game to people that can't be here, or they, just to give a different perspective and a different angle of what's going on here. And it's been a joy doing it.
And I guess one more. So Jerry Holdren's wife is expecting, Jason Dexter's daughter, and she's doing well. But her little daughter is watching, and we want to give P a shout-out, honey. We love you, and we miss you. Hope all is good, and you're probably with Grandma tonight and with Mom watching the game, so we are saying hi to you. And, we can't ever forget the guys to our left, way down to the left. I call them the Four Horsemen. You got Bob Grant, who is a spotter. Rod Buchema runs the clock over there, along with Howard Carr, and Dan Vandermeide is a PA announcer. So we always want to give the Four Horsemen just a little shout out as well. We're under 5 minutes before the start of this game. Stevie, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So you're Matt Koziak. Pre-game talk, what do you say? Let's put you on the spot, buddy.
I say you don't have anything to lose and just go out and play loose. I mean, if you look at I think last week's game was huge from the perspective that no matter what happens here, we come out 2-2. We come out 2-2. So with that being said, if we had lost against Puffer last week, we could come out of this game 1-3, and that's a whole different outlook. So even though 2-2 by recent Mona Shore standards isn't what is expected necessarily, it's still better than the alternative.
And they're losses to good teams. It's not like you're losing
and just like Muskegon, I mean, their losses have been to
good
teams. You know,
yes.
And so I think it's just you just go out and play and see what happens. And I mean, I'm sure it'll be a good. You know, he's a pretty rah guy when he gives his team speeches, but. I think it's just go out there and see what happens, and whatever happens, happens.
I agree. And Shane Fairfield, Joe, you're Shane Fairfield. What do you think you're going to say to your kids being 1-2?
I think that you utilize the fact that you had a great win last week, but build on it, because take that win, turn it into the crosstown rivalry that it is, and take this win home, back home to Hackley Stadium. There is nothing bigger in this area right now.
Yeah.
Than what you have between Muskegon and Mona Shores.
Yeah,
and it doesn't matter what the records are. It is irrelevant. You're playing for that 365-day bragging rights, and it's that sometimes that means more than anything.
But here's the deal. We could see them in the playoffs because they're division.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's one of the
so
things I was going to say.
An interesting dynamic to this as well.
Yep, it certainly is. So.
Yeah, and not only that, but you may see Caledonia in the second game, maybe too, being so good.
I mean, and Puffer, who I think we came away with thinking that, you know,
can't throw Puffer out of it.
Yeah, I mean, they just had a couple tough breaks last week, but I think after those first two scores, they really settled down against us.
And they have Holland this week, and Holland is just bad.
They are just
I hate to say it.
And we have Holland next week.
Take a look at some of the shout-outs that we have. We've got Kimmon's brother Nick watching from Phoenix. We got Mike from Spring Lake again. We've got Pauline Brown watching from Wake Forest, North Carolina. So, and we've also got Cliff Rendell.
Cliff goes way back.
He does, but he's normally here at these games, these home games. He's not able to make it in. He had some setbacks with his prosthetic. Not until Tuesday. So hopefully he'll be back here in the stadium on homecoming.
Coach Kozak's and the captains are getting the Sailors revved up to come running out. We're going to turn it over to Dan Vandermine because they will be coming out any second right now. Kevin, get a good shot of that, buddy, as always. God, you just got to... Great job, Kevin. Thus, the term the best in the business. This is why we're right here, getting everybody in.
And these Sailors are going to have to get fired up. They're definitely going to have to get fired up and be fired up all game. This is going to be a formidable Muskegon Big Reds team, and we're going to see some pretty good football tonight, I hope.
The Sailors historically now, going back, if I remember right, in the first half, it's usually close. It's who makes the second half adjustments.
Correct.
That just changes this perspective, and that's why you got halftime, Steve. You make those adjustments, and you hate to say it, but the Big Reds have made better adjustments in halftime.
Well, except for some of the games where you go back to, was it 2018 where it was 53-0? I think that was the 2018 game.
Yeah.
That was Muskegon always.
Oh, right,
finish.
yeah.
I mean, you have teams and you have games like that. But you're right. There has been a lot of back and forth, and the games have been decided for sure in the second half with those adjustments.
I mean, and shout out to Coach Fairfield. I mean, he's been at Muskegon for 13 seasons and been to the state finals 8 times. I mean, it's pretty
not
good.
Bad, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
not bad.
I mean, he's making the adjustments he needed to make. I mean,
geez, his history at Muskegon is very a great one, without question, number-wise. I go back to when Perry Watson You know what? We're going to take a break and
Yep.
let them talk.
Yep. Or go to our hometown hero right in front of the team right now at the 40-yard line. She's going to be delivering the game ball right in front of the 40-yard line. She's walking up there with her little girl. She's delivering the game ball to the referees right in front of the 40-yard line, Kimmin. About the 45-yard line now. 50-yard line now. There we go. Mona Shores always recognizing a hometown hero, military first responder that has served in the community and served in the for the country, whatever it may be. It's always a great honor that we've done here at Sailor Stadium during these games. We're going to turn it over to Dan Vandermeide and the band as we get ready for the national anthem.
You know, I say this every time, but the greatest song ever. Great rendition by the Sailor Marching Band. And kids and everybody, we are ready to get going. We want to welcome everyone back, no matter wherever or however you are listening to us. Sailor Nation Sports is very honored and pleased to be part of your evening here. It is absolutely a picture-perfect night for high school football.
It is.
And you couldn't get a better matchup anywhere in the state of Michigan than on the coast here, where it's the seventh winningest program in the country. And Steve, you said they've been around for 128 years?
128 season of Big Red football.
Yeah, 120. It's 2 times more than Mona Shores has ever been around.
I know.
And they just reload. We were asking Mark Offerman, how does it happen? It just I don't have answers.
Well, listen to this. Since joining the OK Conference in 2003, they have 110 and 14 record in league play with 13 championships.
And one year, Tony Anise decided to opt out of one league and go into the red because he had such a talented group of kids.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready for kickoff here. We're down to 4 seconds remaining, and we are going to be kicking off. It looks like Shores has won the toss.
They did.
And they will be kicking off, heading to the north. Mona Shores dressed in all white. Mona Shores dressed in all blue. The Big Red's all white, red helmets with the M on the side.
I like the contrasting colors tonight. I like the blue and the white.
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue, baby. Doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, if you wanted my
red,
fashion critique tonight, that's
Well,
it. That's
well,
about
yeah,
all.
that is,
That's all the fashion you're getting from
Well,
this kid.
I broke it down to Old Glory, too. And we are underway. Boy, there's a nice boot's going to be taken down.
It's Andrew Baker
at the
kickoff.
5-yard line, crosses 10, down to the 15.
All right,
And down to
great.
the 20. He's going to be tackled right there at the 21-yard line, far west edge. First and 10 for the Big Reds. On the return is number 20 is Wallace Oakes. Who's on the tackle, buddy? We're going to get it on that interior of that kickoff team right there on the tackle. So first and 10, look, you were talking size. Look at the size of that Big Red line.
I would love to talk about their line because they are
I'm going to let you
tenacious.
talk about it. We got 2-by-2 look for the Big Reds. Looks like Montel Dockery is changing up the play. Offensive coordinator. Matt Bowles, offensive line coach. Guy's going to carry the ball. Guy's going to pick up about 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they're going to make it 9 yards on the carry. Mackay Guy, quarterback keep off that left side.
And if you watched the game last week, that play would be no surprise because that's exactly where Reese Puffer attacked Mona Shores in the first half and had quite a bit of success, honestly, on it.
2-by-2 look. Twins to the top and bottom. H-back offset to the right. Fullback going to carry the ball.
Swallowed up.
Boy,
Nice.
he's going to gain about 2. It'll be second down and 8. They're on the far east hash here, heading to the south here at Sailor Stadium. Robertson on the tackle. Did get some news, though. Trent Rosenthal is clear to come back little by little, so we'll get him going.
I think they said they're going to practice him this week and then just see from there.
4-man front, 4-2-5 look. There's a toss off that right side. There's a little room for him. He's going to cross the 40 down to about the 47. No, we're going to move that back a little bit. 48-yard line.
I think you're going to see that. I think you're going to see them tack the edges until Mona Shores can't stop it and then pop a run in there.
Richardson on the tackle. And Taylor. God, that offensive line's got to be pushing 225.
Well, I want to tell you something about their line after this play.
Yeah. Guy going with a little hard count here. Well, hey, I want to say hi to some fans down in Charlotte, North Carolina. My son and granddaughter. Hello, Kinsley. Papu loves you, and you have a good bath, sweetie. Say hi to Mom and Dad for Papu. Guy's going to keep the ball. Guy's going to break through across the 50, down to the 45. Guy's still on his feet. They can't tackle. Guy's down inside the 30.
Wow.
He's going to be marked at the Sailor 28-yard line.
And that is exactly what Guy brings to the table, and that's exactly what Mona Shores can't do tonight. If we can't tackle those first tackles, it's going to be a long night, and he is just
Taylor on the tackle.
He's explosive.
Guy is just not only quick, but he was strong on that play. First and 10, balls marked at the 28. Mackay Guy, a 2-year starter for the Big Reds. Twins to the top and bottom. Fullback's going to get the ball. He's going to pick up about 5 yards. Robinson on the tackle.
And that's one of those three-headed monster. Price with the, so we've seen a little bit of Price. We've seen a little bit of Guy, and Piggy will get in the action for sure as well.
Good. Yeah, methodically coming down the field right now. Joe, we haven't given any shout out to any of your family members. It's Joe, so I can just take most of it this year.
You got it this year, yeah.
All right. Because I'm going to say hi to my granddaughter, little Kinsey, one more time. Hi, sweetheart. Who loves you? Twins to the right, split left. Guy back to pass. Guy, high arching pass, got a receiver downfield. He's going to out-jump him.
Wow.
And it is a touchdown. So the receiver, number 7.
Take a look on the Lake Michigan Insurance instant replay.
Brian Brooks, the second, out-jumps the defender for the touchdown on a just lofting pass. It was just a jump ball pass, wasn't it, Stevie?
Yeah, just a way to go up and get the ball.
Yeah, just he timed his jump right. And So
that was a solid march down the field by the Big
boy,
Reds.
just methodically, Joe. Mixture of a lot of runs and a pass.
5 runs and 1 pass.
Yeah, high end over on kick. It is good. So with 8:51 remaining here in the first quarter, the Big Reds methodically march about 75 yards for a touchdown. We're going to take a quick break, but boy, you better come back. We got a lot of football left.
From truck beds to bed beds, we've got your home and auto covered. Combine your home and auto with Lake Michigan Insurance Agency, and you could save $650. That's like 325 gallons of gas, or 21 sets of comfy sheets. So, trust our experts to find the perfect amount of coverage for you, making sure you're covered when you need it and how you need it. We shop a variety of insurance providers, industry leaders like Citizens and Frankenmuth Insurance, to make sure you get the highest quality coverage at the lowest possible rate. In Muskegon County, trust Ryan Rozicki to start a quote for you today. Visit Ryan at our Norton Avenue office in the Park Place Shopping Center near Goodwill and Pikes and Courts Restaurant, or visit lmcu.org/insurance to get started.
Well, the Big Reds have made a statement with 8:51 remaining in the first quarter. The initial drive goes about 75 yards for a touchdown. Richardson and Starr back to receive the Big Red punt. Kickoff. Well, there's a nice kick. Is that returnable? No, it's going to go out. Oh, it just goes in the end zone. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Sailors. Ball is going to be marked right in the middle of the field at the 20-yard line.
So from Mona Shore's standpoint tonight, I think you're going to see more tight end and H-back formations than we have seen so far this season. And I also think you're probably going to see a few more check with me's. I think they're going to scan the defense, see what defense they're in, and they're going to do more of that this evening.
Kim, and if you get a chance later on, we've got 3 coaches down at about the 21-22 in the orange, yellow, and green. They signal.
Got it right there. Yep.
And they all have headphones on, so Coach Kozak tells them to play. One of those guys is the real deal with the real play. Each coach will signal in something. And they're all offensive coaches. 2 of them are at the middle school. Mike is the head JV. Pittman back.
He's
got a receiver downfield. He's going to be caught. Careful. Down there, Careful breaks one tackle. Careful breaks another down to 15. It's going to be run out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Whoa, what a fantastic call, play, execution.
Let's take a look at the Lake Michigan Insurance instant replay on this. Blown coverage for sure. And then he's able to cut just a little bit more to get another, looks like about another 15 yards out of that one.
I didn't.
Number 9, Micah Carroll fell with the reception down to the Big Red. We're going to make it at the 12-yard line, 1st and 10. Pittman barking out the signals. One of the coaches changing the play based on the defensive look by the Big Reds. Up the middle.
Stewart, the carry.
Stewart. Tamarian Stewart is going to gain, we're looking at 2 yards. They're going to give him 1 to be 2nd down and 9. Ball is going to be marked at the 9-yard line.
Taking a look at the Lake Michigan Insurance instant replay, the Cohen cam is beautiful, beautiful coverage by him. Awesome
nice
work.
Job, Cohen. Heir apparent to the best in the business, the Cohen cam.
Sailors hit big on that first play. But this game, there's no settling for field goals. They're going to have to get this in the end zone.
We got a slant inside, touchdown,
baby.
Mona Shore.
It is
the quick slant.
I have
Jagger
been waiting.
Johnson on the reception on the quick slant from Jonathan Pittman. So the Sailors march down in 3 plays.
Well, I tell you what, that's a big confidence booster for Mona Shore's offense. That was a 3-play drive, 2 passes, 1 run.
We do not see very many slants from Koziak, and this was a beautifully called, well thrown. One more time on Lake Michigan Insurance instant replay.
There's nobody in the middle of the field right here, too,
Well,
and he's giving it.
If you go back to the Rockford game.
Oh,
look at that. There's nobody in the middle of the field.
If you go back to the Rockford game, Rockford exploited Muskegon's defensive backfield with throws across the middle. So,
field, the PAT.
PAT is good.
Mike Carafell. Which Carafell is that now? Ezra
Carafell
ties this game up at the 7:38 mark here in the opening quarter, and we've had some lightning going on here, everybody.
All right.
Looking to buy or sell? Look no further than our broadcast booth sponsor, John Vandervelde at Nexus Realty. Give him a call at 231-759-3634 or go see him at 880 West Broadway Avenue in Muskegon. Nexus Realty, team-based real estate professionals. Lakeside Cafe is a family-run business that started in 2013. Located right off the shores of Lake Michigan, it features many delicious meals along with excellent service and a family-friendly atmosphere. Breakfast is served all day, open 7 days a week. Both dine-in and takeout available. Quality ingredients.
25.
We're not on yet.
Oh. We're back on now.
Hey, so Baker kicked off that. I want to just go back to Baker's game last week. Baker had 14 tackles, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, 5 carries for 31 yards, 39-yard punt average, and played every offensive and defensive snap last week. Andrew Baker, 24.
Is he the Travis Hunter of high school football or what?
So the Big Reds with an opportunity to answer after the Sailors tie this up.
So, Stephen, what do you call this formation where you got backs on either side of the quarterback and you got an H back right there?
I'm calling it a pro split back.
Yeah, it looks
formation.
like pro or split. Oh, back in the day it was pro.
Yeah.
Back's going to carry the ball. He's going to break one tackle.
That's what can't happen. It just can't happen.
Right there. 35 down to about the Jagger Johnson on the tackle.
There was a very good block there by
and Robertson.
24 Davis for Muskegon on the edge there.
Yeah, that initial tackle has to happen right away. 7:17 counting down here in the first quarter.
To thank all 632 connections that we have here, Sailor Nation Sports Network. Always one of our bigger broadcasts when we do the Muskegon Mona
Trips
Shores.
to the left, split to the right. Fullback right behind Guy. Guy's going to carry the ball.
Good read.
Nice read. He's going to gain about 2 yards.
Carafell
Micah Carafell on the tackle.
So I want to go back. They scored so quick, Muskegon last time, that in the preseason publication of Local Sports Journal, Coach Fairfield said of 3 linemen, Botello, Brooks, and Wynn, that in his opinion, right now at their career, they're better than Anthony Bradford was, who played at LSU and who now plays in the pros.
With the Seattle Seahawks.
At the same point, he said it's a bold statement, but I'm going to make it.
And Kimmon's getting a great shot of that Muskegon offensive line. They are just beasts. They
don't have is the size of Anthony Bradford, though.
They're pretty big.
Yeah, well, they're
big,
tall. Nick. Guy?
Nope.
Yep, we got him down right there. There we go. Okay, gets back to the initial line of scrimmage. Carafell is having the game of his life just in this first quarter. So it's going to bring up a second down.
Boy, he is a tough man to tackle.
Yeah.
Guy is squirrely.
Was that Guy or was that was Price, wasn't it?
Well,
yeah,
I think it was
Price.
Sorry. So
regardless,
it's Price
or Price, Piggy, and Guy.
Yeah,
the three-headed monster.
Yeah, it's the three-headed monster.
I mean, they are the big three, I like to call them.
3rd down and 8. Guy going to throw. Is Guy going to run? We got trips right, split left. We got
draw.
motion coming from the left to the right.
Sprint out this way. Yep.
Guy's rolling to his right. Guy's looking downfield. Wow. There's a connect across the 50-yard line. He's going to get the first down.
So Guy did a really good job. He was very patient. He was looking out to the edge of the field. If you look on here, he was looking towards the sideline, and it gave his receiver just enough time to come open, and there it was. He fit it in the hole.
Yeah, and what he did is he stopped coverage, was there. They just dropped him off.
Well,
they dropped off coverage on him.
Guy's making me eat my words here. He's throwing the ball pretty well tonight so far. Solomon Robertson on that last tackle. Boy, the RPO offense would be a perfect, run pass option with Guy right there. Twins to the top and bottom. Fullback offset to the left. Guy's going to
he's got room.
He's got real estate. Guy's going to make one cut down into the across the 30, down to about the 28. Baker and Carefill on the tackle.
And even though we struggled last week, this is where we're going to have a little bit of trouble. I think Hunter Kruger's out this week with a back issue. He's really started. He started out with a great first 3 games, and so it's going to affect us at some point.
Chris.
4:23 left here, first quarter, 7-7.
Smith.
Yeah, Chris Smith is in for
nice read.
Got to make this tackle.
Got to make this. Get there. And got him down after about an 8-yard gain.
And there's Piggy.
Johnson on the tackle along with Baker.
Looking at this game and again going back and forth like this gives me the feeling like it. Steve, you mentioned that this is going to be one in the trenches. I think what's going to happen is there's going to be some key stop or there's going to be some key turnover that's going to start to create the separation.
We may need a penalty along the way, too, just to help us out a little bit.
What a great crowd. Look across the way at the Big Red Faithful.
It is standing room only for sure.
Yep, our side is just packed to the brim. People all around standing up. Trips left, split right, fullback going to get Guy's going to get it. He's going to change directions. Guy crosses the 10. Incredible. Guy's going to score. Mackay Guy with legs that just don't stop crosses the goal line.
Let's take a look at this in Lake Michigan Insurance Instant Replay.
Taylor and Baker
okay,
trying
look
to make
right
the stop.
There. Stop 1, stop 2. Could have been. He literally pulls a Barry Sanders and goes the opposite direction. Then he finds seams.
Yeah. Tell you what, he's a heck of an athlete.
Ooh.
Oh, so he did not get in, so he's marked. So it's 1st and goal at the half-yard line. So the Big Reds doing some wholesale substitution.
Take a look on that instant replay one more time.
The referee in the middle of the field called touchdown. The guy on the linesman said he was down.
So if you look at the knee, he was actually,
Yep.
Right inside.
Touch at about the 3 or 2 yard line.
You look where that ball was when his knee came down. Absolutely.
Fullback, little power, and he's going to walk right in, out of the I formation.
Behind Big Chris Jones, number 9 from Muskegon.
Yeah. So Big Reds matched the touchdown by the Sailors to go up 13-7. We may not see a lot of defense in this game, everyone.
Well, they're both pretty high-powered offenses when they're running right, and so far, they've both been running right. Again, it's going to come down to one of those big stops. We were close. Yeah. We were 3rd and 8. And that pass that guy was able to get was
just
phenomenal.
Is up, and it is good. So with 3:07 remaining here in an action-filled first quarter, Big Reds up 14-7.
Trophy House is your #1 source for fan gear, corporate and team sales, trophies, awards, and more. Visit them in their new showroom, right next door from their old showroom on Henry Street. If it can be logoed, they're your resource. Your brand is their business.
Want to welcome everyone back. Sailors find themselves down by 7 with 3:07 remaining here in the first quarter of action. Steve, your thoughts for almost a quarter here now, buddy? What do you got?
I think Muskegon's offense is clicking. I think that Mona Shore's answered. I think it's going to be whether – we got to – Shores has to answer here. That's
correct.
Just it.
High
You're going to have to score points with them.
It's going to go into the end zone.
You're going to have to match points tonight.
Amari Richardson letting the ball sail over his head. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Sailors. It's going to be marked right at the 20-yard line. Joe, your thoughts on this first quarter a little bit?
We've talked about it. The trenches are what are establishing this game on both sides of the ball right now. Muskegon's offensive line is going to be formidable all quarters. It's going to come down to a couple of key plays to separate these two teams in a very crucial stop somewhere along the line.
Trips left. It's going to be a flag. It's going to be procedure against the Sailors, something that they didn't need, so it'll be a first and 15.
And Nick, you were the one that mentioned that it may come down to a penalty somewhere in there that is a drive killer to start a drive.
Right. Now, instead of 10, you got an extra 5 yards to go. Yep. What's really impressive about the Big Reds and runner-up in the state finals is they got 9 guys back on defense. They got 9 guys back on offense. In essence, you got quads to the left right now with the fullback offset to the left. Now he's going to line up right behind Pittman, so we got trips left. Pittman down.
Yep.
I love this play. I love this play because they're taking advantage of the small game in the middle there.
So watch Jonathan's head. Jonathan's head is reading that part of the field, and he knows that that's open and where to go.
I love that.
So that is a true run-pass option right there.
Hayden Terps are with the reception.
They worked hard on that this week in practice.
We have twins to the top. Split left. Pittman barking out the play. Coaches changing it up right now.
You know, that screen, that pass to Hayden, those are not things that we've seen much of in this season so far, and I think you're going to have to pull those types of stops out for this game.
Jonathan Pittman's going to carry the ball. He's going to get about 5. He's going to get maybe enough for the first down. Looks like they might mark him about a yard short.
And that's where that penalty comes back.
Yeah,
you know? I mean, that instead of it being a first down on that previous
it's third
play.
and 1.
Yeah,
great point, Steve. So it'll be 3rd and 1, 2 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. Action-filled first quarter of action.
And, this is exact. I mean, you're seeing a lot of tight end look from Mona Shores tonight.
Pittman going to carry the ball. Pittman will get the first down and about 1 extra. So the penalty didn't kill him, just had to work a little bit harder to get the first down.
I want to thank the 759 connections that we have out there. I know that there's some watch parties as well. Thank the Muskegon Big Red fans for joining us here on the Sailor Nation Sports Network broadcast. Here from the John Vandervelde Nexus Realty broadcast booth.
I know my son's watching it with some friends from East Lansing.
There you go. And I tell you what, Sailor and Big Red Nation, I'm going to eat a little crow right here. Guy threw it a little bit better than I thought, so I don't mind eating a little bit of crow here. So we got trips to the right, split left. Pittman, your quarterback. Pittman's going to go back to throw.
Holding.
Okay, do we have a flag, though?
No.
No flag, okay. Richardson, the
So they're
intended
trying to run
receiver.
that same pass play in the other direction. So I don't know if Jonathan read it wrong or maybe it was predetermined, but he was covered.
Brings up a 2nd and 10. Ball's on to 31. We're 1 minute and 12 seconds counting down here in this opening quarter. Trips to the right.
I mean, they have
tight end offset to your left.
9 guys in the box.
Yeah.
I think they're expecting Pittman maybe to keep this.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Mona Shores pass here.
Baker trades over. We got a little motion. Pittman's going to carry the ball.
Boy, those holes fill up fast, though, don't they?
Yeah, there's a flag, though, over on that far east side at about the 32-yard line, so we're going to see what it
looks like. An illegal shift.
Illegal shift, exactly, Joe.
Man.
Second penalty on this drive.
1:05 left in the first quarter.
So it's going to be a 3rd and long here for the Sailors, and this is a crucial moment. This is the first 3rd down that the Sailors have had to face.
Yeah.
With the exception of the one that's 3rd and short, but the
but this
first
is
3rd
long.
and long.
This is long, Joe. You're absolutely right.
Muskegon faced it. They hunted it down and they made it. So Sailors have to do that. They have to keep this drive going.
Big Reds lining up in the old 52 look, Steve.
Yep.
5 down linemen.
Here they come.
Jonathan going downfield. He got a receiver open. He's got him open.
What a throw.
Jagger Johnson
with pressure
on
in his
the
face.
reception.
Pittman stood in there like a man and took it, man. Watch this. Here he comes off the edge. Boom. Oh, he didn't hit him. I thought he hit him. I turned away. But he stood in there with pressure in his face, that's for sure.
Jagger Johnson
what
on the reception.
Good catch and throw.
47-yard completion.
Well, we saw Jonathan's feet last week. We're seeing his arm this week.
So, Mona Shores survives their first 3rd and long.
Yes, they do.
In great fashion.
1st and 10, ball at the 23. We're down to 14 seconds remaining. They're going to get the play off. Going to give it to the fullback. Stewart up the middle. He's going to gain of about 4.
We're about to.
We'll make it 3. So
we're about to hit 800 people watching.
Stop! That's going to be a record.
Yeah,
I think.
it will be.
So we've come to the end of the first quarter of action here at Sailor Stadium. It's OK Green Conference action. As the Sailors playing host to the Big Reds. We're going to take a quick break. Hey, we're going to let you take it with us, but boy, you better come back. We've got 3 more quarters of fun left.
Carmichael Heating and Air Conditioning is locally owned and operated to best serve you, our friends and neighbors. We are proud to support our local schools, local sports, and community events. We're a vibrant and growing company, financially strong and stable, and we're here to stay.
Like football, financial victories require a sound game plan and a commitment to your success.
For your success, put the Braver team on your sidelines.
Go Shores!
I want to welcome everyone back. Hey, I haven't had a chance to go over that starting defense. Left tackle, Vince Coleman. Eric Gould, left guard, center, Luke Emmons. Right guard, Jaden Brown. Your right tackle is Chris Smith. We'll get to skills in a minute. We got trips to the right. Tight end is to your left. Who's playing tight end tonight? Is that Baker? No.
Coos, I believe. 80.
80? Okay.
I think.
Stewart straight ahead. Tamarian Stewart.
Tamarian Stewart. Stanley Coos is playing tight end. 3rd down and 4. Boy, it's a long 4, too.
Update from up north. Battle of the Bell. Whitehall is up 14-0. In probably everyone's game of the week, Caledonia and Rockford. Caledonia is up 8-7.
Wow.
And Reese Puffer's up 14-0 over Holland.
Yeah. Just a matter of a running clock mode pretty soon there. RCO.
Caledonia,
RCN.
at least making a game of it.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you know, longevity in a game like that against a 100-person
team. It looks
team.
like the Sailors are going to... The Sailors are going to take a timeout. We're going to. Let's stay here and chat.
Yeah, sure. We'll go ahead and stay here.
Okay, so what do we got? 8-7 Caledonia over Rockford, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And this would be a good time, Steve, to do our trivia challenge.
Yeah, let's do the trivia.
Yeah,
let's do it.
That one.
I even covered up my answer so he couldn't cheat and look.
All right,
listen,
here we
I've
go.
Been hot on this issue. Go ahead, Stevie.
All right. So Muskegon, as Nick mentioned at the beginning of the game, enters this game with 889 all-time wins, which ranks 7th nationally and 1st overall in the state of Michigan. Which school is 2nd in the state of Michigan in all-time wins? That is your Core Realty Partners Trivia Challenge, brought to you by Troy Wasserman of Core Realty.
All right, Nicholas, my son and
don't Google anything.
It's a family thing.
No, it's
Stevie.
not. Don't Google anything.
I'm not Googling
I want
anything.
guesses that are guessed off the top of people's heads.
Steve,
let's not have our fans get lazy on us. Come on, use their brains. We have a couple. We announced this in the 3rd quarter
in the state.
And I'll just tell you, if you're asking him to do the work for you, this is going to be another trivia question you don't know the answer to.
All right, Steve. You know what? I'm going to turn my phone around. All right, so with that timeout, Steve, what do you think Coach Kozak's looking at right here now?
I think he just wants to get the ball in the end zone, say, 3rd and 4, have the right play called. Baker
Baker's going to cut it out. Baker's going to be about a yard short. You go for it?
No, you have to go for it.
Okay. I agree because not only
this
that,
isn't a game of field goals. And it's
and it's at the far hash too. It'd be a huge angle at this point right there. So this is a big play. Baker staying in at the H-back. God, he's another Travis Hunter for heaven's sakes. Fullback offset to the right. I think Pittman's going to carry the ball on this. I think he's going to go right behind Stewart. 216 pounds of Stewart there, baby. Right behind Baker.
Wow.
Pittman's going to throw the ball. Arching ball. It is.
Oh, my gosh.
He caught it. Touchdown,
Holy
Mona
cow.
Short.
We've seen two amazing catches in that corner tonight.
Oh, my God. Jagger Johnson on the reception. It was deflected by the Big Reds. Look at Jagger Johnson. Keeping an eye on that ball, and the right foot stays in the whole time. He dragged that right foot.
Goes off of Wilson's hands, right?
Swinging gate coming
Look
from
at this
the left
camera
to the
work,
right.
by the way.
Oh, my God, nice view. Whose camera is that?
That was Cohen's.
Cohen, nice
Both
job.
camera work was phenomenal.
God, both of you guys are just on top. PAT attempt.
Wow.
The left footer, the kick is up. Ezra Carafel. So if a left-handed pitcher is a southpaw, is a left-footed kicker a southpaw?
That's a question for Joe.
Joe, here we go. Here's a question. A left-handed pitcher is called a southpaw. What's a left-footed kicker called?
I want to get back to Steve. Why is this a question?
Because it is.
Because the squirrel and Nick is. I'm trying to write down some notes and be serious here, and he's asking about left-footed kickers. I'm trying to get the scoring drive information down.
I would say it would be a southpaw, yes.
A south foot.
Sure. Still a paw.
Still a paw.
We're talking about paws. It's four paws, right?
See the fun we're having over here?
Hey, I do want to say that we do have some guesses coming in. Warren, Cass Tech, Detroit Country Day, Ann Arbor Pioneer, Harrison, Brother Rice. My son guessed Pewamo, Westphalia, but I'm thinking that's a newer school. I'm thinking he might be out.
Hudson might be up there. They had that 72-game winning streak when I was down there. Kickoff right here. Baker with the kick. Boy, Baker's got a nice little foot, taking it to the 11-yard line. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, across to the 50. Baker is going to tackle him.
That's Ezra.
On a touchdown-saving tackle. Baker with the tackle, along with Hall Brown.
What a kick return.
Well, something that you talked about. Big play.
Seems like we just sometimes struggle in that kick
So it's
game.
going to be big red ball. Ball's going to be marked at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Far left hash here on the Sunset Coast of Sailor Stadium. 4-2-5 look for Coach Check and his defense. We're knotted up, 14-14, everybody. Standing room only here at Sailor Stadium all the way around. Absolutely perfect night. Twins to the top and bottom.
This is where he's dangerous when he drops back and doesn't throw it. I mean,
Guy staying on his feet. He's going to be run out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. Robertson on the tackle.
Gives him the ability to kind of see the field and find those creases to run in and then just go. I mean, he's.
Well, you know what? Kudos to that offensive line. He's got all day back there to look.
You know, and going into the season, another reason I say he's not Mr. Football candidate right now is just because of the first two games and stats like that. But clearly, just watching him on the field, you can see why he is a Mr. Football candidate. I mean, it's impressive.
Twins to the top. We got trips to the right with the H-back. Guy carrying the ball. Guy's going to change it. Look at him just dance through there. Hop, skip, and a jump. Makai Guy. What a threat.
You know, I want to quickly
on the tackle.
I want to quickly go back to the catch. There was somebody that said that this was out of bounds on one of our viewers, and I wanted to quickly show this with the camera work that Cohen has on the sidelines, and we have the ability to slow this down.
Is he still bobbling the ball? That was the only thing I was wondering about. Does he have control of the ball?
He has the ball there.
But does it come out right?
I don't think so.
No. Hey, let's go to Dean Blandino in New York. Oh, there's pass. I've wanted to say this all season, okay? Can we go to Dean Blandino in New York? Dean, what did you see on that play? Well, Nick, what I saw is we were looking to see if he's got total completion and having the ball in his hand. He's dragging that foot across, and we're going to give him the
Joe,
completion.
this is what it's come to. He's imitating people.
Dean
in the booth
Blandino
now.
in New York. I just love when they just go to those guys. So I'll have a dual roll here, okay? All right, what do we got? We got a 3rd and 5. Ball's at the 13-yard line. Boy, that offense up. Tight end. The double tight end look out of the I formation.
That was too
And he's
easy.
going to scoot right through there. Boy, the old I formation out of the gun look. Wow. Guy out of the pistol. And we saw that at the JV game. Jeff Brown, the head JV coach, showed some I look too out of that same formation. What was that, 5-6 play drive at the most? PAT
After a big
attempt?
return.
Yeah.
Price with the touchdown.
Kick is up. It is good. So the Big Reds have had 3 possessions and 3 touchdowns. Sailors, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, hoping to make it the trifecta right after this kickoff. We're going to be right back, everybody. Make sure you stay back. Too much action going on here tonight.
Blended Furniture Market is all about finding the blend of styles that fit your home. Run fast on the field and then pop over to Blended Furniture Market for us to help you create the place you want to relax after the big game. Have fun. Go Sailors!
At Shores, we value integrity, doing the right thing when no one's watching.
At Mettendorf Real Estate, we do the right thing because it's the right thing.
Shores football values accountability, doing the right thing for your teammates every play.
At Mettendorf Real Estate, we do what our clients expect us to do every time.
When I played football at Shores, one thing we were was hard working.
At Mettendorf Real Estate, we're go-getters. We believe in long hours and hard work.
Want to welcome everyone back. If you're just joining us, we have had a lot of lightning going on here at Sailors Sailing. Big Reds up 21-14, 9:33 counting down. Baker and Richardson are deep. Is that Baker deep?
No.
No. Is that Terpstra? Terpstra, yep. It's Hayden Terpstra. Hayden Terpstra's going to take it at 2, across the 5, down to the 15. And he's going to be tackled at the 20. There's a fumble. It looks like the Big Reds have jumped on top of it. No, they're saying no.
I did not look from up here like we recovered that. Oh, he did get in there, didn't he? Stewart jumped in there.
Stewart jumped on it.
That's a lucky.
Oh, that's huge. Whew. Star on it? Yep, okay. Star covered it up. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Sailors. Ball's going to be marked back at the 18-yard line.
Well, going to have to answer again.
Trips to the left. Tight end to the right. Fullback is right now offset to the right of Pittman. Now he's right behind Pittman. Pittman's going to carry the ball. Whoa!
That should be a...
There's a hit by number 4 right there, Jacob Price.
Oh, that's definitely targeting.
Boy, that looks, but no flag.
Wow.
Let's take a look at that one more time.
Can we do it in slow-mo?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Now he lunges right there. You see that?
Lunges, yeah.
Man.
So it's a 5-2 look for the Big Reds. Saw that in the JV game and in the freshman game last night.
They're just loading the box.
Oh, absolutely. They're daring them.
So you go out to the outside.
Going to the outside. He's going to get the first down. Who was that? McCorvey Hill on the carry. Well, I tell you, it's nice having a spotter this year. I'll tell you what. We're going to keep Matt Robertson around. He does a nice job. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Sailors. Ball's going to be marked right at the 32-yard line.
8:25 left in the second quarter.
We're on the Sunrise side of Sailor Stadium here on the turf. Second year for the turf. The officials
timeout.
Nicole Gowell, we've got a prize for you. Julie Brennan, we've got one for you.
We have trouble with the mic, so we're going to do the old way. It's working great. After just 10 seconds, then we'll wind it down. Clock, keep them on.
Okay, so some trouble with the
countdown clock.
Once again, this is the third time I think that we've had trouble with that
Yeah.
clock.
And it's funny, Muskegon does not have a play clock at that place when they redid it. We got motion. Terps are carrying the ball. Terps was going to lunge for about 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the Sailors.
They're bringing people off the edges too. I mean, not only do they have 9 guys in the box, which means tight to the line of scrimmage, but they also are bringing, extra people inside the line.
Cover 2 look. Yeah, 8 guys in the box now. They're daring her. Pittman back to pass. He's got a receiver now. Nice catch. Ooh, Somerset. Who's that?
Andrew Baker.
Baker on the reception. Gets the first down out of his H-back position.
They are taking some of these mid-level shots and turning them into gold tonight.
Yeah. Let your athletes do what they do best. You don't have to go deep all the time, and especially that's the case in Muskegon's situation right now. 1st and 10, ball's marked right at the 50-yard line. 2-by-2 look for the Sailors. Fullback offset to the right.
7 minutes left in the half.
Fullback. No, he's going to get right back to that line of scrimmage.
They swallowed him up. Let's take a look on the Lake Michigan Insurance instant replay here.
He got bent a little backwards there.
Yeah. McCorvey Hill brings up a 2nd down 10. Ball almost in the middle of the field.
All right, well, let's get the first down here, boys.
Pittman back to pass. Completed.
Up the field. Just shy, I think, Nick.
Jagger Johnson on the reception.
And we'll see where he marks him.
Jonathan's
going to be just short.
Jonathan's throwing the ball exceptionally well tonight.
Yeah. He did last week, too, as well. 3rd down and 2.
And there's a lot of 3rd downs that have been crucial for the Sailors here.
Pittman's going to carry the ball. Pittman is going there. They're going to no.
The far side.
The far side, Stevie.
Blow the whistle.
Yep, they're looking.
Now this official looks like on this side is giving it to him.
Yeah, they both.
Yeah, 1st down for Pittman.
Yeah, he did get it. That was a second effort. He kind of slid a little bit to the left, and he was able to get through a seam there.
Well, I tell you though, it's big. It's big against big on that line, offensive and defensive. There be some sore little bodies tomorrow. Twins to the top. Tight end offset to your right. Boy, you're right, Steve. A lot of tight end look tonight. So do you think the tight end is forcing him to jump into that 5-man front right there then, isn't it?
And it's giving him those mid-level throws.
Right, exactly. Good point, Joe.
There's another one.
There, boom. Oh,
just take him. That's a 7-yard completion right there. I'd do that all day.
Care fell on the reception. Oh, yeah, Pittman's throwing darts tonight.
Yeah, that's a 6-7 yard play right
we'll
there.
Take that all the time.
If they can get them to come up and force the coverage like that with that
And
tight
go
end
over
look,
the top, then a
go
little
over the
bit
top.
later on. Right,
That's
exactly.
at least half a dozen passes that they've been able to take advantage of that tonight.
Tight end off to the left, H-back off to the left. We got twins to the bottom. Coach Kozak changing the play here. Fullback now offset, right behind the H-back. Jonathan back to pass. Got a little swing there to Terpstra. Terpstra drops the ball. Terpstra looked downfield before catching the rock. And that's the kiss of death right there. Because Terpstra had some green real estate in front of him.
Another big third down play.
Boy, I bet you Terpstra wishes he had that one back again.
Oh, for certain. 910 connections so far on our broadcast.
That's
here
a record.
tonight.
We've just broken a record. We were at 850 something a couple years ago. Last year at Shores. I mean, no, 2 years, 3 years ago at Muskegon. Let's try to hit 1,000, everybody. Talk to some people out there. Let's get 1,000 connections.
Well, we're getting closer.
Yeah.
919 now.
So the Sailors are going to take a timeout. Boss, why don't we take it with them?
Yep, we'll take a timeout with them.
We got 4:13 remaining here in the second quarter of action. Sailors trying to match the touchdown by the Big Reds. The Big Reds are up, though, 21-14. We're going to be right back.
Moving is always a battle. Well, it's Green Door Movers to the rescue. We're the Movengers. We can fight the moving battle for you in a green, environmentally friendly way. Our green vested heroes have a 5-star Google rating. Give us a call today.
You got it, Stevie?
All right, back with trivia just before we get to halftime here. 4:13 left. Muskegon enters the game with 889 all-time wins, which ranks 7th nationally and 1st overall in the state. Which school is 2nd in the state of Michigan in all-time wins?
Wow.
I'm going to take that as your stumped, Nick.
Yeah. Trips to the right. Which school is 2nd to Muskegon?
So 3rd and 4, Nick.
Trips to the right, fullback offset to the right. So Coach Kozak burns another time.
Delay a game.
Out.
No,
delay a game.
They got the timeout, I think.
Did they?
Yeah. I don't know.
Their side judge is saying that they got the timeout in. So it was really, really close.
I see no flag.
They picked it up.
Yeah.
Was called before the flag. Timeout.
Nice to see Principal Jennifer Buster's up here watching down on the field. Always love to see our principals up here doing a great job.
So let's just stay here and let's
talk this over.
What I want to, 4:13 left in the second quarter, first half of play. How important is the score here with Mona Shores getting the ball back second half?
Me?
Yeah, sure.
Important. Anytime to score points in this game, it's you have to take advantage of the points. I think Matt's mentality is we have to score a touchdown on every single drive.
Yeah, yep. And my concern would be if we don't score on this drive and there's 2 minutes left, there's going to be too much time for Muskegon to potentially get another one in and be down by 2.
And if you notice,
coming back in, and that can't happen.
Mona Shores is not in a hurry to call plays. They're trying.
One thing I never see, and this is a question for you, is we don't ever see Johnson really rolling out much. He's more of a drop back guy.
Pittman?
Pittman. Is there a reason? 6'2", 2 something?
I don't know the answer to that one.
Yeah, okay. Just curious. Pittman back. Pittman's going to see there. He's got Terpstra on a little swing. Well played.
A little short.
Terpstra is going to gain only about 3 yards. It'll be 4th and a long yard and a half. We're going to make it 2. It'll be 4th and 2. This is huge right now because Muskegon's got all 3 timeouts. Mona Shores has 0 timeouts. This is huge. We're going to stay here. Pittman's got to carry the ball. Pittman might be short. I'm looking at the official on each side. He's short if that official is right. Now you can you can ask for
I can tell you they're both in different spots.
Yep.
But I don't think he got there.
I don't think so. Now, you can ask for a measurement, though. No, they're not even going to give him a measure. So the Bighorns are going to get the ball with 3:33, potentially worst case scenario. Muskegon 3:33 with all 3 timeouts, Stevie.
Well, if there was a time for our defense to step up, this has to be it. Because you go up 2 scores, it's going to be tough unless you get a turnover somewhere along the way. The way that this is kind of track meet-ish a little bit,
Oh, for sure.
Toss
There's
on
room.
that right side.
There's room. That's
He's got
Piggy.
room. 50, 40, 30. Pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line by Starr. Right, one of the 3-headed monsters that the Big Reds are unleashing is Piggy, and they are all dynamite. And it stops the clock without using a timeout. 3:24, that was your basic 9-second play. 1st and 10, ball's going to be marked at the 24-yard line. Sailors with a lot of time on that sunrise hash over there, east side of Sailor Stadium. You got trips to the left. You got quads to the left. Guy's going to roll out. Guy's got a little pass. He's going to dink it down there inside the 20. Ball's going to be marked at about the 18-yard line. Richardson on the tackle. Is there a flag? The officials are taking their time. I don't see a flag anywhere.
Mona Shores is indicating it's on.
It's a penalty, but I didn't see
Legal man downfield. That's a huge penalty.
Huge penalty right
we talked
there.
about how penalties are going to play a huge factor in this, or could.
And that's a loss of down, correct? Or am I wrong on that?
I don't think it is. I think intentional grounding is a loss.
5 yards. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
So it's 1st and 10. No, correction. 1st and 15.
3:14 left in the half.
Guy out of the I formation. He's going to go no. He'll gain about 1. That's a conservative call.
I'm surprised that they're not, that they would do that and not spread out Mona Shores and let their athletes go to work. I see that in the goal line when they scored. I just surprised.
Yeah,
I would
agree
take
with
advantage
you.
of my athletes, put them in space, and make Mona Shores, because we haven't done a very good
Spread
job of
them out.
tackling
No.
tonight,
And
so.
literally, the offense, I'd spread those boys out as 5-6 yards. 5-6 foot splits.
But
back, guy's going back to pass. He's got time.
This is where he's.
Now,
Okay.
now they got him paddled
still-
in here.
he
He
still
gets
snuck
back to
through.
the line of scrimmage. What is this guy, about 5'7", maybe? 5'8"? Tackled by that interior of the Sailor defense.
They don't list weight and height.
Taylor on the tackle.
Well, this is big.
Well, they got 3
Needless to
times
say.
out. I'm surprised he's not utilizing a timeout. Wasting a lot of clock right here, standing around doing nothing. He's going to have to burn a timeout here. He's taking too much time to call into play. Yeah, he's just going to have to call it time.
But I also think he's looking at the same way. He doesn't want to leave a lot of time for Mona Shores to go back down because they get the ball in the second half. So I think that's how Matt was thinking down there, and that's how Shane is thinking down here.
Right now. I've got, okay, so I burn one. Can we stay here?
Yep,
let's
stay.
So I burn one timeout. I wasted about 25 seconds. Okay, yeah, great point. So what do you do here, Steve? Now, I mean, your point is great. Why aren't we spreading them out? Conversely, though, is, boy, you go tight and then toss and then go outside with it to change it up a little bit. What would you do, Steve?
I would give the ball to Guy, Price, or
right.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, right.
And I say that laughing, but I'm 100% serious.
No.
I could see Guy dropping back to pass and maybe turning into a quarterback draw situation. Because the pass might stops the clock too.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's
a little
incomplete.
Bubble screen, a slant. Yeah, let your athletes, and Steve, you brought it up very well. Let your athletes do what they do best, and they got 3 of them to do it.
Might see a jet here.
Guy's going to carry the ball.
Oh, my goodness.
Tackle him.
All right,
he's
Guy's
short.
Going to pick up about, so that's
4th and 4.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 yards. So it'll bring up a 4th and 4. You're right. Long 4. We'll make it 4.5.
Now they've got a kicker. They
do have a kicker.
Would you put those extra points? Because that could be a huge difference. If you get a stop here and you don't go in, Mona Shores gets the ball back second half. Now you're in that. You're in that shootout again.
It's a 37. I just don't know the range of
possession game as well.
That'd be a 37-yard.
He's kicking it good.
So once again, Shane's
he'll
going
have time
to
think about it at the timeout here.
Well, you got 2. He's going to take one of those 2 right now. We're going to take it with them. With 54 seconds remaining, Muskegon has 1 timeout. We're going to take it with them. But, hey, there's 54 seconds. We're going to give you one. Come on back.
What makes a champion? Honesty, hard working, values teamwork and their community, and desires to be the best. That's why champions choose Benton Baker. Search Benton Baker for a location near you.
Okay, so let's get a recap. It's 4th down and 6. They don't have the field goal unit out there. So, Steve, what are we going to call here? All right, so we got
I'm letting Guy run
to the
ball.
right, split to the left.
But they might throw it up top.
To the right. Guys rolling to the right. Got to receive. It's almost like the type. Oh, we got to let. No, he's out of bounds.
I think he's out of bounds, right?
Out of bounds, so the Sailors prevent the touchdown. Wow. Yeah, don't like that call at all. Only because you're limited to a specific area, and you got the legs of Guy, too.
Man, I would have thought that they would have turned that into Guy, truthfully. With that offensive line, you would think that they'd be able to push 4 yards out of that.
Exactly. Yeah. Needless to say, it's a break for the Sailors. They're going to get away with only being down by 7. The Big Birds have 1 timeout. Sailors are out of timeout. Just got to figure, just take a knee here and call it a half possibly. Or wing it downfield.
Do you go downfield? I mean, this is a turnover on downs. It's a big.
Yeah.
It's where Koziak would normally go for the gut punch.
Going to give it to the fullback.
Yeah, I think they're just going to run this and they're going to let it go.
Because they're getting the ball back to start
Correct.
the third quarter of action, so it's a mute point at that.
They don't want to create anything that's going to be more trouble.
I'd still think I'd want to go deep because I've been able to go deep a couple times.
So those that are watching are interested in the band. We will be staying here for halftime, so you can enjoy that band presentation as we always do. We know there's a lot of band fans in our broadcast. So stay tuned right afterwards. We will be bringing that to you.
That's why the best in the business is up top. Pittman going to go back. Pittman going to go downfield. We got a receiver. Incomplete.
And that was almost intercepted.
Yeah.
He took a bad shot.
Yeah, no, took a good shot. He's got a chance for one more shot downfield.
And take a look on the instant replay. It sounds like, and I don't know if we caught it or not, but oh yeah, Pittman did get hit really hard on that one. Looks like he's up and doing okay.
He's a big, tough kid, man.
Trips right, split left. Baker with the ball. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter of action here at Sailor Stadium.
First half.
End of the first half, correct. Oh, I thought so. The end of the first half of action here at Sailor Stadium. The Big Reds are up 21-14. We're going to stay here shortly.
We'll take a quick break and let the band get out.
Band get ready.
Yep. And we'll be back shortly.
This season, Preferred Auto Dealerships are proud to sponsor Motorshorts football. We have 5 locations on the lakeshore to serve all your automotive needs. Visit us today. Have a great season and go Sailors. All roads lead to Preferred. Visit us at drivepreferred.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you back to halftime coverage of the band as they get set up. We hope you enjoy.
Good evening, Sailor Nation, and to all visitors to Sailor Stadium, we welcome you as well. My name's Noah.
I'm Isaac. I'm DeMonte. And I'm Colin. We are proud to present this year's Sailor Marching Band in our performance of the 2023 field show featuring the music of Bill Chase.
Like the four of us, Bill Chase was a trumpet player. Born in the 1930s, he studied at the New England Conservatory and emerged as one of the leading jazz trumpet players of the 1960s and 70s.
Bill Chase played in Stan Kenton's band, Maynard Ferguson's band, and freelanced in Las Vegas before creating a jazz and rock band of his own, Chase. His band featured 4 trumpet players and a rhythm section that produced 4 studio albums. Sadly, Bill Chase and 3 of his bandmates were killed in a plane crash on the way to a gig in August of 1974, cutting short their rising careers. Isaac, DeMonte, Colin, and I are grateful to be able to pay tribute to their lives and work as trumpet soloists in tonight's performance.
And now we'd like to direct your attention to the center podium. Drum Major Wes Bell, is your band ready? Presenting the 2023 field show, Chase, our first selection, Open Up Wide. Please welcome our very own Sailor Marching Band.
Hello, I'm Naya, and I'm the sophomore drum major for the Sailor Marching Band. My name is Leah, and I'm the junior drum major.
And I'm Wes, the senior drum major.
We'd like to continue our show with the stunning Bill Chase ballad, Handbags and Glad Rags. Originally written by Michael Diabo, the song was an anthem about getting teens to understand that being trendy is not the way to happiness. And it totally works, and now everything is just fine.
Anyway, the song also features some great soloists, including Colin and DeMonte, who you met earlier, Luke Carr on synth, and me and Jack McCann on the saxophone. We hope you enjoy our ballad, Handbags and Glad Rags.
Hello, Sailor Nation. My name is Shelby, and I'm our senior color guard captain. I'm Bree.
I'm Kanai.
We have another great chase song that we will be adding to our show later this season, but for tonight, we are going to close our performance with a school tradition. Originally arranged by the first band director in Mona Shore's history, John Butterfield, this is a classic that has played at this very stadium for 6 decades.
Closing with the true Sailor classic with a great dance feature for our color guard, here's Joshua.
I'm Riley Medendorf, and we are grateful for the opportunity to perform here tonight. We are so grateful to our staff and support network for making tonight's performance possible. Drumline instruction is provided by Lucas Farber. Color guard instruction is provided by Mickey Langlois, Holly Riley, and Stephanie Saunders. Ongoing wind instruction is provided by Tim Wright and Ruby Boyd. Graphic design for the brand program is provided by Shay Sarnes. And our band is under the direction of Jason Boyden, Justin Sarnes, and Nikki Sanford. We also thank Mrs. Mustard for her endless support and encouragement. Thank you for being the best principal a band could ever ask for. Mona Shore's Band Parents Association and its president, Mr. Thompson. You do so much for us, and we cannot thank you enough. Thank you for caring for us and helping us work to be the best we can be. Most importantly, to the students and parents that continue to make our success a priority, we thank you. Have a great night, and go Shores.
From truck beds to bed beds, we've got your home and auto covered. Combine your home and auto with Lake Michigan Insurance Agency, and you could save $650. That's like 325 gallons of gas, or 21 sets of comfy sheets. So, trust our experts to find the perfect amount of coverage for you, making sure you're covered when you need it and how you need it. We shop a variety of insurance providers, industry leaders like Citizens and Frankenmuth Insurance, to make sure you get the highest quality coverage at the lowest possible rate. In Muskegon County, trust Ryan Rozicki to start a quote for you today. Visit Ryan at our Norton Avenue office in the Park Place Shopping Center near Goodwill and Pites and Courts Restaurant, or visit lmcu.org/insurance to get started.
Looking to buy or sell? Look no further than our broadcast booth sponsor, John Vandervelde at Nexus Realty. Give him a call at 231-759-3634 or go see him at 880 West Broadway Avenue in Muskegon. Nexus Realty, team-based real estate professionals. Lakeside Cafe is a family-run business that started in 2013. Located right off the shores of Lake Michigan, it features many delicious meals along with excellent service and a family-friendly atmosphere. Breakfast is served all day, open 7 days a week. Both dine-in and takeout available. Quality ingredients, endless options. Lakeside Cafe. Trophy House is your #1 source for fan gear, corporate and team sales, trophies, awards, and more. Visit them in their new showroom, right next door from their old showroom on Henry Street. If it can be logoed, they're your resource. Your brand is their business.
Carmichael Heating and Air Conditioning is locally owned and operated to best serve you, our friends and neighbors. We are proud to support our local schools, local sports, and community events. We're a vibrant and growing company, financially strong and stable, and we're here to stay.
Like football, financial victories require a sound game plan and a commitment to your success.
For your success, put the Braver team on your sidelines.
Go Shores! Blended Furniture Market is all about finding the blend of styles that fit your home. Run fast on the field and then pop over to Blended Furniture Market for us to help you create the place you want to relax after the big game. Have fun! Go Sailors!
At Shores, we value integrity, doing the right thing when no one's watching.
At Medendorf Real Estate, we do the right thing because it's the right thing.
Shores football values accountability, doing the right thing for your teammates every play.
At Medendorf Real Estate, we do what our clients expect us to do every time.
When I played football at Shores, one thing we were was hard working.
At Mettendorf Real Estate, we're go-getters. We believe in long hours and hard work.
Moving is always a battle. Well, it's Green Door Movers to the rescue. We're the Movengers. We can fight the moving battle for you in a green, environmentally friendly way. Our green vested heroes have a 5-star Google rating. Give us a call today.
When you're smiling, when you're smiling, when you're smiling.
This is Horizons Dental, and we are committed to supporting our community.
We're also committed to helping you find your best smile.
Go Sailors!
And the world will smile.
I like my steak well done, with taters fried, football games on Monday night. It's just who I am, a meat and potato man.
This season, Preferred Auto Dealerships are proud to sponsor Motorshorts football. We have 5 locations on the lakeshore to serve all your automotive needs. Visit us today. Have a great season and go Sailors. All roads lead to Preferred. Visit us at drivepreferred.com.
the football. Sailors have it at the 10-yard line, first down.
I think I fixed it.
Well, have to dig ourselves out of a hole here.
Yep, Steve, we'll get together with you right after this play to see what kind of adjustments the Sailors going to make, and if you're the Big Reds, what do you do? 1st and 10. We got a 2-by-2 look. Fullback's going to get the ball. He's going to get about 5 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 5. All right, Steve, you're Mona Shores. You're Matt Kozak. What do you do, buddy?
I think you continue to do the same thing you're doing. Mix it up. Pittman, mix it up running the ball, a few jet sweeps, mix it up with passing. You're going to have to keep Muskegon off balance. For Muskegon, I think they keep on doing more of the same. I mean, Guy had a good first half throwing the ball, certainly a good first half running the ball, and keep on getting the big three involved, Piggy, Price and
yeah,
Guy.
and really a score right here is really imperative because it goes back to the scenario of the first half, back and forth.
That was a big hit.
Got to have a touchdown here, though, because you're deep in your own territory. That was a huge hit. What do we got here? McCorvey Hill.
That was Kitchen with the hit. Kitchen, number 27 for Muskegon, is a freshman.
Unbelievable.
Seriously?
Freshman.
Oh, my God.
So a huge third down for the Sailors early on in this second half, and we need a score to keep up with this absolute fast-paced Big Red team.
What was the name of the freshman, Stevie?
Kitchen.
Kitchen? Okay. Wow. What a bright future. Out to Baker. Baker's going to get the first down in about 2 extra bonus. There's a little bit more breathing room for the Sailors.
Good call, good play, good catch, good throw. Always good to get the first down coming out of half.
In a few moments, we'll be going down to Cohen, but we'll do it after this next play. Cohen's got some information that he talked to some of the coaches and staff at halftime. We'll be getting that here in just a short bit. So we'll let you know here in just a second.
Twins to the top and bottom on fullback offset to that. Is that McCorvey Hill?
McCorvey Hill, yep.
McCorvey Hill is going to get about 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll make it 5 yards. Speech on the tackle for the Big Reds. Biggers are up 21-14, 9:56 counting down. Ball goes out of bounds. Clock stops.
I'll let you know. I'll say we're going to go down to Cohen on the sidelines. Cohen, what do you have?
Okay, but you're going to say that.
Trips to the right.
Tell you what, number 2 for Muskegon, Derikio Speech. He is he's a player.
Yeah. Pittman. Incomplete. Yep. There's a flag.
That'll be interesting to see on the replay here.
The intended receiver.
So while we're waiting to count this out, we're going to go down to Holman down on the sidelines. He's got some information for us, reference some players. Cohen, take it away. Tell us what you got down there.
Thank you, Joe. I caught up with Coach Check as he was coming back onto the field, and his main points of emphasis were to make sure to get the quarterback on the ground and limit the big plays downfield. Also, Jeremiah Love, who is a key contributor on the defense, is out with an upper leg injury. Back to you, Joe.
Thank you, Cohen. Appreciate it very much, and thank you for the information.
So pass interference, ball's going to be moved up first. Up 15 yards, automatic first downs. We got twins to the top and bottom. Fullback is offset to the left. He may switch, though, with the change of plays. He does on the left, Trips. We got motion.
Terpstra.
Terps are in motion. Terpstra's going to cut in. Terpstra.
Tough run, but only got, what, 3, 4?
3, 4 yards, but boy, it was a tough 3 or 4 yards.
And the little hesitation he gives right there was enough to provide a seam in there for him to get through.
Sneak it right in there. Brings up a 2nd down and 7. Ball's marked at the 45-yard line. Nice little drive here after being pinned back
sure is.
At the 10-yard line.
What a huge hole they've been able to get out of, and they have to make this count.
Baker. Andrew Baker with the carry. He's going to be a tired little puppy at the end of the night.
Muskegon's won 18 state championships. The last one's in 2017. That is a lot of state championships, Nick.
Yeah, and a lot of them were mythical ones before the playoffs. They would have boatload in the 20s and 30s, like 10 or 12 of them back in those days. Yeah, it's a lot of seniors. Run, Jonathan, run. Get those.
Oh, what a tackle. What a play.
Take a look at the Lake Michigan Insurance instant replay here.
Hinkle.
Boy, for him to miss that initial tackle and then come back up and get him by the ankles, that's some athleticism by the Big Reds right
That's
there.
a lot of hustle
And
right there.
speed,
A lot of hustle.
hustles, right. So it's going to bring a 4th and 2. I got to think you got to go.
You have to.
Yeah. I think Pittman's got to just tuck it and go. Let your fullback lead.
Nice, nice.
Nope.
No.
I tell
think
you
they're
what.
going to give it to him.
Well, wait a second.
Well,
I think he
now,
was
wait a
short,
minute.
but that's not where he.
Now they should mark it.
He was short, but that's not where he started to line up and come across.
Are they going to mark it, though? Let him mark it.
Let's take one more look at the Lake Michigan Insurance instant replay.
That is.
Oh,
Now,
boy, it's
now see
very
the official
close.
right here?
Yeah, but he walks in then. But watch where he walks to. He walked a half a yard back.
Right, yeah.
You look on the
Now,
official
on
coming
the
from our
replay,
side.
Yeah, show that again, Nick or Joe. Yeah.
Oh.
Now the official
It's gonna
marks
be
it
very
at the
interesting.
47.
Here's the measurement.
At the 47 and a half. That's pretty fair.
Get out the credit card.
Yeah.
He got it.
He got it.
I think we got an incredibly favorable mark on that.
Well, I bet you they were watching the replay. And if they weren't, they should have been.
If they would have looked at the replay, I don't think that
Joe.
they would have given that to him. I don't think he made it.
Oh, I think he made it.
No, I think we got a gift on that one.
All right. Well.
You're not wearing your glasses right now.
Wow.
Hey, Joe, we're over 1,000.
We are over 1,000 on our
Are we
broadcast.
really?
Yes, we are.
Wonderful. Thank you, everybody. So 1st and 10. Ball's at the 47. We'll make it 48.
$7:25 left in the quarter.
Terps in motion. Down seam. Oh.
Same play they went to.
Nice little seam route out of the slot.
In the first half.
Who's that for? Intended for Baker. My son Nicholas, very fortunate spot. Yes, it was, son.
But now you got to do something with it. They're going to give you a little bit of help.
Brings up a 2nd and 10.
Still, Coach Koziak's not in a hurry to get the plays in and going, chew up some clock.
Pittman rolling to the right. Got a receiver there. That's Baker.
He only got about 2 yards on that.
2, yeah. We'll make it 3. It'll be a 3rd and 7 for the Sailors.
I would like to see, that slant come back again because there's a lot of midfield open area in there.
Yes, they would, Nicholas. Nicholas said if they're going to Command Central, Dean Blandino in New York, they might have turned it like Joe's Hawkeyes up here. So it's going to be 3rd down and 7. Ball's marked right at the 45-yard line. Well, it's a big play right here. You almost got to get about 5 to 6 yards if you don't get it all.
They're coming. They're coming.
They're coming.
Good hits.
Baker's got a receiver down the middle. He's
Good.
down at the 20.
I'll tell you what.
10.
Get
5 down to the 1-yard line.
I tell you what, that was great blitz pickup by the running back. I missed who the running back was.
Jagger
Is that
Johnson?
McCorvey Hill?
Johnson on the reception.
Look at McCorvey Hill.
Terps on the reception. Terps drags him down to the goal line. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 1. 6:15 counting down here. 3rd quarter, boy. Pittman staying right in the pocket. Do we get a replay?
Yeah,
we already showed it.
Yeah.
Oh, did we show it already? Because I'm busy doing my job. I'm sorry. It's okay, guys. Don't
you
worry.
make it sound like we're
not
not
the wrong guy,
and
okay.
we just
we had to correct you.
Got touchdown.
No.
Oh, no.
Yep, they're calling
Shores
it out.
touchdown for the Sailors. Pittman carrying the ball over that right side.
Take a look on the Lake Michigan Insurance Instant Replay. Boy, that was a heck of a fight just to get in there. I think he just pushed it over the line.
Well, it was like a semi-lunge, too.
What a football game, you guys.
And this is exactly the way you want it. It's beautiful weather. It's a great rivalry here in town.
Yeah.
And it is back and forth.
Boy, Terpstra on that reminded me of when Steve and I were coaching at Reese Puffer. His dad was quite the halfback back in the day.
Sure was. His brother was quite the quarterback as well. Keith.
Care fell on the PAT. It is good. So with 5:52 remaining here in the third quarter, the Lightning continues. Here on the turf, the Sailors have tied it up 21-21. And we are back, everybody. Hope you had a good 1 minute break. If you missed it, the Sailors go about 90 yards and a boatload of plays to tie it up 21-21. It's 5:52 remaining here in the third quarter. And the Big Reds are waiting for the kick, and we are underway. It's a low squib. Good call there. Taking it to 19.
They got to cover this up.
Nice job.
Update from up north. Whitehall 21,
Omari
Montague
Hall
0.
Brown. Steve, you got scores, buddy? Go ahead.
Whitehall 21, Montague 0.
Okay.
Caledonia is losing in the third quarter to Rockford 14-10.
Ooh, still close.
And then I haven't found
Allendale, get to the
I haven't
Allendale.
found that one yet.
Jeez, oh, Pete's Nick, give him a second.
Well, I got to catch up, Joe, okay?
Hey, you told everyone you're doing your job. You do your job, and then I'll get back to you with the scores.
Wow, okay. Wow.
Reese Puffer 21-7 over Holland.
He just moved a little bit. He didn't cross the line of scrimmage. Pittman, correction, Mackay Guy, he got a little confused here. He's going to pick up about 8. Now he's going to get enough for the first down.
We have got to figure out a way.
Richardson on the tackle. Boy, Mackay Guy can just scoot through there.
We do not have an answer for him, and that is going to be the game changer. If we can somehow stop those feet from moving the way that they are.
I tell you what, though, I tell you what, he throws the ball better than I thought, and I truly owe him an apology. I thought, if he wasn't throwing it, well, you could spy him with a back or something like the free safety to help out. But he's a threat to throw. Motion, little jet look. Boy, he's got a caravan around that left side.
And I honestly think that's their most effective play is when they are
Robertson on the tackle.
When they're running the jet sweep, and then it gives Guy the option to also go up the middle with it. I think that's their best. I would stick with that play.
Yeah, because they got 10 yards on it too. Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. And not only that, but he's got a caravan that's leading him out there on either way. Brings up a first and 10. Ball's going to be marked right at the 49-yard line.
If I had to choose what Guy's strength is, it's definitely his feet. Now, their run game is probably 70-30 in this game, as successful as what it is. I think if I'm Coach Czech, I'm probably going to sell out a little bit more on the run than I am any pass.
Now, see, here's a nice look, too. Guy, look at all that. Guy's going to go line. And now the play goes to the left, but Guy goes to the right, almost like a misdirection on the read.
There's a block in the back.
40-yard gain, Carefell on the tackle.
Updated score, I see Puffer 56, Holland 7 from Cliff Rundle.
And here's the latest from the third Wasserman's Pigskin Pick'em. Allendale is beating Hamilton 34-22.
Yes, sir, Bob. I'm doing well today, kids. Yes, I am. Out of the eye look,
I just
going to pick up about 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Over 1,100 people now.
Seriously.
1,100 connections.
Wonderful. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Hey, let Joe know where you're at. And if there's anything, if you're new to the broadcast, hey, let us know how we're doing. Good, bad, the good, the bad, the ugly.
And this is what I think they need. They need to spread them out, get out of the I formation.
Taylor on that last tackle, and Thalman.
Yeah, once again, we thank you, everyone. This is the John Vandervelde Nexus Realty broadcast booth at Sailor Stadium, and we want to thank everybody for watching this game.
The eye back, scooting right through there. He's down to about the 5. Yeah, the official's going to mark him right at the 5.
Watch this develop. We'll look at there's.
Oh, what's going on?
Lead back.
I think Amari Richardson went towel hunting there. He was getting his towel back from him.
Twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Guy going to carry the ball. Guy's going to sneak in there, and he is marked at about the 1 yard line, maybe the half. Tackled by that interior of the line, along with Robinson at linebacker and Baker. Guy.
No signal yet.
No signal yet. They're waiting to unpile the massive humanity at the
They're calling a touchdown.
Yes, they are. So the Big Reds march about 78 yards, very methodically downfield to go up 27-21. This may turn out to be the last team with the ball is going to win the game, because right now there's not a lot of defense out there.
Boy.
Was that an all-run drive? That was an all-run drive. There wasn't one pass in there.
It's just been a game of big plays.
Yeah.
Well, yes and no. I look at it from the standpoint of Muskegon. Their run game is 10, 12.
And
I mean, they're getting some big plays in there as well, but they've essentially been controlling the scoreboard with massive amount of movements in 10 to 12-yard plays, and then occasionally getting a big yard, play.
Yeah.
Sailors have been down 3rd long, 3rd short, way back down into their own end, and they've survived on huge plays.
Well, not only that, but run-pass option, too. I mean, it's not run. This drive was all run. The Sailors have been running or backs throwing.
Cliff Rundle giving some more updates on scores that he's able to get. 36 Holland Christian, Fruitport 7. Zeeland West is 36 over Union 7. So thanks, Cliff. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we might. No, I'm not going to say that.
What were you going to say?
He was going to take a dig at me.
I could feel it, too.
And with 1,000 viewers, you would
1,100.
1,100.
Yeah,
you might be in the doghouse.
Well, no, it's.
What are you trying to say? You're just. You can't spit it out, can you?
You're starting to sound more and more like John Madden every day.
Terps are with the ball. Whoa, he's
big
hit.
My goodness.
Gag in here, Stevie.
Take a look at the Lake Michigan Insurance Instant Replay here on this hit. Ooh. Man, that was a smuck. But he bounces up.
I don't know why Cliff Rundle isn't running stats now for Sailor Nation.
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
I
knew it was coming, Steve.
Steve gets some token ones.
Nick,
Cliff
you can read Nick's mind from a mile away.
Steve, I love having you here. It's just not the same without you, even though you were going week 1 with some Big Ten annual tour football.
Oh! Led him a little too far.
Yeah, I had Terps out there on the left, on the right flats there, but just overthrown.
I will say that Muskegon had that pretty well covered.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he was going too far. He might have got a few yards out of that, but I don't know. he was open, but they were closing fast.
I don't think they do anything slow with those skill kids.
Oh, man, this Muskegon team is good.
Everywhere, from linebackers all the way back. And the linemen aren't, the big heavies in there. They got some wheels themselves, those front four, sometimes five, depending if we have the tight end look. Now it's 4-2-5 look. Pittman going to carry the ball. Pittman's going to fake the pitch.
Didn't look comfortable on that one.
Yeah. Does not look like it, came together the way that it was supposed to.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just me, Steve. You're a quarterback. I want to. When you had the early successes with those slants, those mid-level passes, it almost feels like we're going away from that, trying to get the outside. We're not going to win speed-wise on the outside with these guys.
Well, I think that slant was available because there was no safety in the middle. So, like right now, they have a safety in the middle of the field. And so that doesn't mean you can't throw slants, but, I don't know.
No, but the safety in the middle eliminates a lot of stuff. And the touchdown down there was no safety in the middle. Pittman's going to be back to pass now. Oh, he's got Carefell right over it. Oh, it was just low and to the outside. Micah Carefell was there. It's going to bring up that was third down?
Fourth down.
It's fourth down. Now you're in a punting situation. You have to punt here, and this is tough.
Giving this ball away. The last time that we were in this situation, Muskegon got it back. We've got the defensive stop that we needed to stay in this game. They're just going to have to do it again.
So it's going to be 4th and 9. Sailors right in the middle there of the new turf here at Sailor Stadium, second year of the turf. Fat man punt, that means it's 3 personal protectors. He's a right-footed punter. You got 2 on the right, 1 on the left.
This makes me nervous a little bit.
Baker, nice punt. It's not going to be returnable. Going to take a nice little bounce.
That's a good thing right there.
Yeah, that's a great thing. No return is a great thing. Even when I coached at Muskegon, I would, and we were playing against teams with a lot of speed. We just punted out of bounds. I was not going to give up an easy touchdown. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Big Reds.
1:05 left in the third quarter. We got to get to that trivia maybe sometime soon when we have a chance. No big deal.
I'm ready to answer.
And going off of Cliff Rundle's stats, Rockford 21, Caledonia 10.
Here we go, baby. Look at me. Man, I'm doing good tonight. I'm going to have 2 of those bad boys.
So am I.
Oh, I forgot about you. Trips right. Jet sweep.
All right, that was well played. Well played.
Yeah, get right back to that line of scrimmage. Well defended, bringing up a 2nd and 10. Richardson on the tackle on that far sunrise side of the field. Nice crowd. Everybody's still at 10. And I'll tell you what, it is just packed wherever you look. Kimmin, thank you. Best in the business. There are fans just everywhere. Kimmin, head north a little bit. You could see the band. You can see people just walking around enjoying the friendly confines of Sailor Stadium. All right, 2-by-2 look for the Big Reds. Fullback offset to the left. We've got motion. Jeff, we got a little counter right here. Well defended by the Sailors. I'll tell you what, the Coach Jeff Brown and his JV team runs that play to death. And I tell you what, they got some speedy kids on that JV, and they scored a couple touchdowns last night.
So Robertson and Baker came up.
Let's go to the Core Realty Trivia Challenge.
All right, Muskegon enters this game with 889 all-time wins, which ranks 7th nationally and 1st overall in the state. Which school is 2nd in the state of Michigan in all-time wins? Nick?
Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to go Detroit Catholic Central.
Ann Arbor Pioneer.
Pioneer.
739 wins.
Wow.
I don't know. I was surprised when I saw that.
Too.
I don't know.
No, I didn't know they were on that long.
So that's your Core Realty, Troy Wasserman Core Realty.
And that's also the end of the third quarter.
Wow. So we have come to the end of the third quarter. Your score, it's the Big Reds up.
28-21.
28-21.
We're going to stay here. They're doing the presentation of the
What are they doing, Joe?
I think they're going to do the push-up challenge.
Is this Marine Corps?
This is part of the Great American Rivalry Week, where the military gives out scholarships. There were 2 athletes from each team that both got scholarships presented before the game began. And I think that they were the chin-up challenge or the push-up challenge. I did not catch what Dan Vandermeid said, but they were giving that recognition out there on the field. So, all right, so here we go. We are back. Fourth quarter action getting ready to start.
Twins top. Guy back to pass. All day long. All day long. Just give him an hour back there. He'll take it.
You know,
it's going to be enough for the first down.
But that's, you know what? That's he showed a lot
Robinson
of patience. Showed a lot of patience. He took what the defense gave him, and it turned into a first down.
Yeah, and kudos to the offensive line. He gave
holding
him
that
all day back there. He could have looked at 3 to 4 different receivers and tried to figure something out. Be first and 10 for the Big Reds. Ball's going to be marked at the 45. We'll make it 47. Guy's going to keep the ball, and he's running into the... No, but Guy gets out of there. Guy, there's going to be a flag.
He's a magician.
How did Guy get out of there?
Let's take a look on the Lake Michigan Insurance Instant Replay.
Oh, great job, Joe.
He just...
no wrap. We didn't wrap
up.
Didn't
no wrap.
Up. Oh, so the penalty. Joe, can we run it again?
Yep.
Okay, let's look at number 5 right here, Stevie. Right here's where they're going to throw the flag. Watch. Yep, right here. Where's the block? It's coming up. Boom, blocks him in the back, maybe?
I don't know. I can't really see.
Yeah, I think it's a block in the back.
Well, it's coming back.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Now,
we caught a break.
Being up by 1 touchdown.
This
we
is
talk
huge.
about that's a huge play. It doesn't put them, 3rd and long or anything like that. However, it does back them up for where they would have been, and that's
absolutely
huge.
Something else to keep your eye on. I don't know if he's cramping up or not, but I saw a guy go down and grab his calf and kind of rubbing it out. So,
yeah, he might.
Of course, as much running as he's done,
Yeah. So it'll be first down and 6. H-back offset to the right. Twins, we got motion from left to right. Guy's going to carry the ball.
My goodness gracious.
Unbelievable.
There are no cramps on that one.
No, he didn't crap up. Guy, touchdown, Muskegon. 44 yards.
That offensive line. So I gotta start this one over. Watch the pull. Look at number 66 come and seal that block off. Did you see that?
Yeah, go back a minute, Joe. Watch his guard.
That's what I'm talking about, 66.
Just
comes and just seals it right there. Yeah. He's gone.
I didn't get the number.
That's that offensive line.
God almighty. It's a big body going after him. PAT attempt. Kick is up. It is good.
Well, that's going to be a huge hole for the Sailors to come out of there.
10:46 remaining here, fourth quarter of action. The Big Reds up by a pair of touchdowns now.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Looking to buy or sell? Look no further than our broadcast booth sponsor, John Vandervelde at Nexus Realty. Give him a call at 231-759-3634 or go see him at 880 West Broadway Avenue in Muskegon. Nexus Realty, team-based real estate professionals. Lakeside Cafe is a family-run business that started in 2013. Located right off the shores of Lake Michigan, it features many delicious meals along with excellent service and a family-friendly atmosphere. Breakfast is served all day, open 7 days a week. Both dine-in and takeout available. Quality ingredients, endless options. Lakeside Cafe.
And welcome back, everybody. High end overhand kick's going to be taken at the 15, 20, 25, 30. He crosses the 30. That's Terpstra down at the 32-yard line. So Must situation, I would think, Stevie, for the Sailors to march downfield.
Yeah.
And get a touchdown.
There's
here.
no choice. It's score points or go home, so to speak.
Yeah. Trips to the right, split left.
There is not many more possessions that can be bigger than this right here.
Oh, you're absolutely correct.
10-40, 35-21, fourth quarter. Just haven't got much going in the running game tonight.
Tamarian Stewart with the ball. Picks up 1. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 9 for the Sailors. Oh, now they moved it up. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Ball's here on the west side.
Now, by all measures, there is still plenty of time for the Sailors to get back in this.
Oh, absolutely.
They have got to find some answers, and they've got to find some
Pittman
points.
back to pass.
Beautiful.
Oh, Baker! Right off of the outstretched hands of Andrew Bacon. I bet you he wishes he had that one back because he had some green real estate in front of him. Let's see it again.
I'll guarantee you there's no one that feels worse about it than him.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What a pass.
Wow, that would have been huge.
Third down and 8 for the Sailors. God, they've got to get a first down here.
Better snap
Trip to
it.
the right. Baker. Pittman. Now the ball's knocked down.
Saying
Ball,
it was
they're
a
calling it a
pass.
pass, not a fumble.
I'm not sure about that.
Let's take a look. Lake Michigan Insurance Instant Replay. Ooh.
That is definitely not a forward pass.
Yeah. The quarterback to the right of me.
Yeah.
The All-Stater calling it a fumble. Nonetheless, it's a punting situation for the Sailors.
And that's not good.
No, that's not good at all.
Down 2 scores and
Have
giving the ball back.
Big Reds punted at all?
No.
So they've scored on every possession.
Correct. Well, they didn't. They did a
Oh, no,
fourth,
the
fourth
one right
down
here
they
just
didn't get
before half. All but one. So, timeout Mona Shores.
Muskegon.
That's
Timeout Muskegon. That was a timeout Muskegon.
okay. So we're going to take timeout. We're going to take it with
9:53 left in the fourth quarter.
Oh, okay. I got a vote here. Hang on.
And we will take that with them. We'll be right back.
What makes a champion? Honesty, hard working, values teamwork and their community, and desires to be the best. That's why champions choose Benton Baker. Search Benton Baker for a location near you.
Want to welcome everyone back. I do apologize. I was trying to multitask, and I was getting ripped by my college to the left and to the right, and well-deserved. Fat man punt formation. Big Reds are going to bring a ball up. Oh, it's a fake.
Oh.
Tamarian Stewart on the fake punt.
You know what? I'm not upset about this call. And I'll tell you why. Down 2 scores, giving the ball back to Muskegon. You haven't been able to stop them.
Yeah.
You needed to do something to hopefully try and keep them from getting the ball back and get points on the board.
It's just too bad it was
See,
after a
I
timeout when they
disagree.
could have
I would
prepared.
have punted the ball, modified my defense, and load the box up and make Guy throw more and try to bring a little bit of heat.
I don't think they were going to. I don't think they're going to throw more at this time.
No,
of the game.
not 2 scores up. You're going to see a lot of run.
Right. That's why then you load the box and stop the run, and make them go longer instead of shorter. You got to give them 30 yards. Fullback's going to carry the ball. He's going to gain about 2. It'll be second down and 8.
So the reality of it is you can still do that from where you're at right now. It's just 4-down territory. If you stop them 3 and out, 4 and out, essentially at this point, you've done the same thing. You get the ball back. I don't think they're going to. They may try to kick it from this far. I have no idea, but you're burning clock no matter what. And I think that it was a decent call to try and catch them off guard sleeping.
Piggy.
Gone.
Piggy's down to the 6-yard line. Well, they might be putting the nail in the coffin right here with the score. Baker on the tackle.
Oh, horse collar almost there. So the Sailors looking at 8:49 counting down. Big Red's knocking on the door, going up 3 scores.
Out of the I formation. Going to give it to number 4 right there. That's Price. .8:30 counting down in the game. Second and goal. Ball's going to be marked at the 2. Richardson on the tackle. Out of the eye look. Guy out of the pistol.
Boy, this Muskegon team is way better than what their record looks like coming into this.
There's another touchdown for the Big Reds. The eye back.
And it'll make for good playoff football. It's too bad that they're in the same division because it's always fun cheering for both teams. I mean, they got to do what you got to do. I'm not, but but you throw Puff. I mean, Muskegon has Puffer next week. I mean, Puffer's no slouch.
Where's the game? Oh, it's at Muskegon, I think, too.
I believe it is.
Yeah. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. It is good. So with 8:06 remaining here in the game, the Big Reds comfortably up by 20 points. We're going to take a break. You can take it with us. And we are back, 8:06 remaining. We got Starr and who else, buddy? Terpstra back to receive the kickoff.
Hayden Terpstra's 18th birthday today.
How about that? Happy birthday to the young man. It's a high end over on kick. It's going to bounce into the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Sailors. Ball's going to be marked right at the 20-yard line.
I'd feel more comfortable if we went back there and we're hanging around the ball just to make sure it went into the end zone rather than it stopping on the.
Great point, yes.
It's not like it's bouncing in the end zone.
Yeah.
And its initial touch of the ground. Nick, earlier when you were ignoring the broadcast, you were filling out what? It was a ballot for what? Tell us what it is.
It was the ballot for this presentation that they're giving most valuable player.
Most valuable player.
Yep. I think last year was Sam Wahlberg. Terps. No, that's Baker. Baker's going to get the first down. I tell you what, Baker's going to be a tired little puppy tonight, boy. He's had one heck of a heck of a game, number one, playing both sides of the ball consistently.
But you know what? It's the pass that's going to keep him up tonight.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you're absolutely
man.
right. And that one will linger for a long time.
That easily could have been a momentum changer there.
Yes. Great point, Joe.
Yeah,
I don't get that call.
Yeah, this was blown up from the snap.
Yeah,
they
right.
had this one called almost. Yeah. Oh. Well, this Muskegon team, like we said, is not reflective of the record that they bring in here. This is a good Muskegon Big Reds football team, and I believe that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with, not only in the conference but going into the playoffs.
So what does that say about Rockford?
Yeah.
Having beat both of these teams.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, and you look at it in the overall rankings in the state, Rockford's number 3. So it speaks speaks volumes.
Yeah. Yeah, Caledonia 2 and 3. Rockford 2, Caledonia 3. You got a Rockford score?
Last up was 21-10. So
Whitehall's thumping Montague.
Okay, so I got that one right. Allendale was
Dakota
winning.
Jones says that Muskegon is at Reese Puffer next week.
At Reese Puffer. Okay.
Thank you, Dakota Jones.
Thanks, Dakota. And we are on the road. We will be down in Holland, Michigan. I did speak out to Jack Newman. Jack's going to be getting a hold of Holland to see if we can live stream. Steve, will you be touring the Big Ten anywhere next week, or will you be joining us?
I'll be there next week. I'm touring the Big Ten tomorrow. I'm going to Michigan State and Michigan. Having a family tailgate at
family
Michigan State. Well, 5-6 families, and then myself and another are leaving that tailgate and going to Michigan game tomorrow night.
Steve, when
You're
I
going to invite
introduce,
yourself, aren't you?
Okay, Steve, just wait. Steve, can I? You know what?
Nice
nice roll. Great roll all the way inside the 30, inside the 25. He's going to be marked down right there at the 22-yard line for the Big Reds. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Big Reds. Steve.
Yes.
When I bring us in 99.8% of the time, do I not call us a family atmosphere in here? Yeah, all of us, right? We're a family.
Right.
Okay. With that said, please let me finish, Steve. Being a family, and you use the verbiage, well, there's a bunch of those families going in. Were we not invited as part of the family, Steve?
Well, last time I texted you on a Saturday morning, you told me you didn't get up till 11.
That's true.
Well, that's true, but I can make changes, Steve, if there are things going on. I'll probably be sleeping in tomorrow and then go to the farmer's market. Then I record game day.
I know, you're a creature of habit. I'll bet you do the same thing every Saturday.
28-10.
I do.
28-10 Rockford over Caledonia.
Yeah, chalk that baby up to me.
Oh, there wasn't a pitch man for him to pitch to.
No, it wasn't. Going down that sideline, he's going to pick up looking for the official on that far side. He's going to pick up about 5. We'll make it 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
35-10 Rockford over Caledonia.
Okay.
So Rockford's putting a thumping on them. The Scots.
My premonition. I will be taking the loss on that one. So.
Yes, baby. He's got a loss in it. Oh, what does Tiffany have? Does Tiffany have a loss too? Yeah. Did you know Joe's got a ringer?
Yeah.
His girlfriend.
I know, and she's doing better than you on the picks. I heard.
Me too. Yeah. Wow. See, Sailor Nation Sports, what I put up. Twins to the right. Split left. Guy with the ball. And why not?
Look at that line.
Yeah. You got to have bodies, and they got them.
Joe, can you replay that? Just look at the line. Look at the surge.
Yeah,
that's just down
5 yards.
Gosh.
Yep, their bigs are bigger than our bigs.
5 minutes left.
Yep.
I would say that if this, your fourth game in. You've still got some football to play. If this line, if offensive line continues to develop and grow and get even better than what they are right now, I don't think there's a defensive line around to rival them.
Who, Muskegon you're talking about?
Correct.
Oh,
yeah.
agreed. And the meat of their conference comes to an end next week. The meat of our conference or our schedule comes after tonight because the rest of the league is just not very competitive. Well, they're going to jump. We got flags. No flags? Oh, okay, no flags. 1st and 10, ball's marked at the 49. Little jet motion. Look at that.
He's gone. That was a hold right there. Yeah,
the hold right there. But you see the convoy that leads him. Joe, can you see that? Hang on a minute. Watch. Look at these guys right here. He hooks right here.
They already got him outnumbered.
Yeah. It's faster than our kid there.
He's going to cut in on those blocks.
Yeah, right. Right here.
Yep, cuts in on those blocks.
Yeah, it hurdles them. Dear my God. What athletes. God, what a joy.
But it's all coming back on hold.
All right, so the hold nullifies the great play and run by the Big Reds. It's a spot foul. It's going to go back. So it'll be 1st and 13. 1st and 13 for the Big Reds. We are under 4 minutes and counting. OK Green Conference action. The winner stays on top in first place. Or tied for first, possibly, with West.
Got a tackle.
It's getting a little chilly out there outside. I can feel it coming in the windows.
Yeah, it's fresh, Joe. It's fresh.
Getting close to fall. You can feel it.
The 21st is the official day of fall. What's the date today?
The 15th.
The 15th?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got 6 more days of summer.
3:20 counting down here.
Twins to the top and bottom. I'll tell you what, Big Reds have impressed me. Guy has impressed me both with his legs and his throwing. I'm going to eat some crow here. Guy really is a complete quarterback right here. He's shown it tonight. He's impressed me.
And that just makes him that much more dangerous.
Oh, much more.
It's very likely when they faced Rockford coming out of the gate that Guy has still had some developing to do, much like Pittman has developed over the last couple of years, early on in the season to late in the season. I think that you're seeing a very quick development of Guy and this offensive line and the three-headed monster like we've been talking about, Steve.
Oh, yeah, and Steve brought it up well. Those boys, the 3 boys just ran.
Those 3 and then throwing the offensive line. I mean,
yeah,
oh my seriously.
Goodness.
Robertson on the tackle.
I would even say that if Muskegon faced Rockford today, it might be Rockford may still win that contest, but it might be a different game if they've gelled and they've come together like we're seeing right now against the
Except for it doesn't look like Rockford slowed down at all. I mean, Caledonia is a fantastically talented team.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yep. Brings up a 4th and 4. Yeah, 4th and 4.
Freddie Townsend's son's still at.
Yeah, at Brock. Yeah, Brock Townsend. I called Freddie this week, and they were excited. He's a verbal commit to Central.
Yep.
Yeah.
Minute 30 left here in the game.
New turf field, bringing an indoor practice, making a brand new indoor practice facility.
Yep.
Yeah, seems to be the new thing to do. I tell you who's got a nice team, and I went to watch them.
North Muskegon.
North Muskegon. Yeah. Paul Young's son is the real deal. That kid can just wing it. Yeah, he's a real gunslinger.
At one point, they're up 35-0.
Were they? Yeah, and they're ranked number 2 in the state.
I don't know. Whitehall. Now there's 2 different conferences. They split the WMC.
Yes.
Go
ahead.
Whitehall and North Muskegon play each other?
No.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. But Ravenna and North Muskegon play each other. They broke it up by size. Oh, Love's not playing.
Yeah, we had a report on Love earlier from Cohen.
What did he say? What's up with Love?
I don't remember what he said. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know he was hurt. Of course, not with the turf. We don't really mingle with the varsity much. We go on that far east side on the grass in varsity.
I think it happened in the first half.
Oh, okay. It happened in the first. Thanks. Matt was telling me it happened in the first quarter of action. So Guy getting the first down and plus some bonus yardage. Solomon Robertson on the tackle. And Luke Evans. Luke Evans coming out.
You know,
Eric Gould going in.
Huge win for the Big Reds. Puts them at 2-2. They could have fallen to 1-3.
Yeah.
On the flip side, Mona Shores 2-2. I will say this. Muskegon, we've raved about Muskegon tonight. I do think Mona Shores put up a good fight. They never gave up, so to speak, and they laid it out there. And I think with Shore's schedule as well, I think they're looking forward to, the big travel to Manitowoc early, then Rockford, then Pufford. Then you had 2 back-to-back rival games. And then next week, Holland and Wyoming are what they are. They're not very good teams. And hopefully it gives us a chance to get some players back that get them healthy, get our minds right,
That's a great point. Our schedule was loaded heavy on the front end, extremely. And Matt pointed it out to me. We were working on helmets on Wednesday, and I go, Coach, you look stressed. He goes, I am. I go, how come? He goes, just the Manitowoc trip, and then getting ready for, this, and it's a lot, and and he's done an admirable job with it. He's gotten the kids ready. He's gotten everything, in the right order, and this will be a tough loss. There's no question. And it looks a little one-sided, the final result, but the score doesn't reflect, I think, how tough the game was, Steve. It was still a game.
Yeah.
Done on the field. And the Big Reds were literally bigger, faster, and probably stronger up front.
Yeah, that was an incredible. Yeah. It was incredible what they were able to put together, and we talked about the three-headed monster being the 3 offensive players, but you got to put a 4th head in there with that offensive line. It's just incredible.
Great point, Joe. Absolutely.
You don't do what you did tonight unless you have an offensive line like Muskegon's got right now.
No,
and that's fantastic.
And add to 9 starters, so everyone's back but 2 guys on offense. Right. Everyone's back but 2 guys on defense.
Right.
You got a lot of experience right there.
You know what else was amazing tonight about this game? Was over 1,100 people watching us on this broadcast. A
new record. Anybody post any different?
I didn't see anybody different, but okay. I'm sure that we have a lot of local fans. And, I want to thank everybody for watching us here at the John Vanderbilt and Nexus Realty broadcast booth here at Sailor Stadium. Both the Sailor fans and the Big Red fans, thank you for joining us and really enjoying this broadcast with us. Great night for football, a great rivalry. As the Mona Shores broadcast, obviously we'd love to talk about a win here tonight, but it didn't happen to be. And we can certainly talk about how great this Muskegon Big Reds team is on our field.
I tell you what, both teams continue this way. Both teams qualify. Getting out of West Michigan is going to be a chore. And I really think the team that gets out of West Michigan is going to go a long way in the playoffs. I really do.
Let's go ahead and let them the most valuable players getting ready to be announced. So we're good.
Valuable player. The votes have been tallied, and the winner is a Guy from Muskegon.
And that is not a surprise.
No, well-deserved. Well-deserved. Not only that, but he better thank his linemen as well, because without those horses up front, Guy's not getting that award.
And the offensive line.
Yeah, exactly. I'd almost like to see it one time because it always 90% it goes to a skilled kid. be nice to see him.
We should have voted offensive line.
Good point.
Oh, man.
Okay, Stevie, let's talk about tomorrow now. What time are we leaving for this tailgate? And
we'll be to Michigan State by 9:30 tomorrow.
Okay, what time do we need to be at your house then to leave?
You need to be there about 9:30.
About 9:30. Okay, let me set my alarm right now. Sailor Nation Sports. These guys to my left and right are just the best. And I truly enjoy. They put up with me with my nonsense. We hope everyone's enjoyed this presentation. Steve, thank you as always. Safe travels. Enjoy your wonderful weekend. Say hi to the family for us. Joe, would you do me a favor?
What's that?
Would you take us out of here,
brother?
Yeah,
let's do it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Over 1,100 people here from Sailor Stadium in this great rivalry, Muskegon versus Mona Shores. Muskegon comes out on top, but we've all been able to enjoy a great football game tonight for Steve, for Nick, for Cohen and Caden down on the sidelines, and Kimmin, Kotis, the best in the business, up top. This is Sailor Nation Sports Network saying thank you for joining us and have a great night.
Yeah, definitely.